can eat it. I can still eat it, but like it fucks me up after a while, so I have to like be very cautious and curious.
1, 2,
Fuck.
3.
I went early.
Premature ecraculation.
My nail got caught on it. Yeah, premature ecraculation. God damn it.
Kurt, that was funnier than you acted.
That was really good.
Kurt's asleep already.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. What up?
How's it going, man?
I'm fucking beat, dude.
Dude, me too, honestly.
Last night killed me. My voice still hurts.
Dude, it was fun though.
I woke up this morning. I was like, oh no. Because I was screaming the whole time.
Yeah, Chris, same thing. I talked to Chris a little bit today, Chris Hill, and immediately
he was like, having a good time.
He was
dude.
like, immediately after the show, he's like, dude, my voice already hurts. Dude, it was so fun though.
It was gonna make me have to keep going just to tell him to shut the fuck up.
He was having a good time.
Dude, it was so fun. I messaged him and I was like, you going to the wrestling thing? I'm going to be there. And he was like, oh yeah, I'll probably go. And I was like, you should go.
Him and Christian came.
Yeah, I messaged. I'm actually the one that got Christian into wrestling. I'm pretty proud of that. I showed him the Mankind Undertaker Hell in a Cell, which is I feel like it's
most
the
iconic match ever.
Yeah, I feel like that's the opening. A lot of the real wrestling fanatics shit on stuff like that because it's like stuntmen shit or whatever. But I showed Christian that it was kind of I always do it under the guise of like wrestling is totally fake. Now watch this.
Oh, yeah. It's totally fake, but like in a Transformers, Fast and Furious kind of way.
Yeah, like there's no way to,
radical.
Yeah, this motherfucker's got his tooth hanging out of his nose, and I'm like, I'm like,
as fake as you think.
Yeah, I keep leaning over like, see, that's fake. That's fake as fuck.
And they don't have stuntmen. They're really doing it.
No, yeah. Oh.
And when you see, one thing I've learned is watching them build the ring a bunch.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like, it's nothing. They're really slamming the fuck down on this hard ass 2x10s.
Yeah.
That is,
I've always wanted to do that, even just like be a ring crew or something. Like
dude, if show up early, November 16th, just show up early. They'll let you do it, dude.
Oh, and my homie Lucas was doing commentary last night, and he does like the art and shit for dude. But he got to do ring crew on one thing, and he's always like, every time he tells me stuff like that he's doing, I'm like, man, I want to do that so bad. So I'm just gonna have to talk to him and be like, all right, dude, I need to get in on this. Like,
it's fun a few times. It's more interesting to peek behind the curtain and things.
Yeah,
this one's been nice because sometimes when you peek behind the curtain, it's like, fuck, I wish I wouldn't have did that. Yeah, you learn. Sometimes the sauce is bad.
Yeah, well, I'm a wrestling fan since young, so I'm obsessed with like knowing how it works. You know what I'm saying?
I'm new to it. The wrestling at Vino's is what got me into it.
Oh, yeah?
Before I was just kind of super dismissive. Like,
yeah.
In my era, you'd go to your friend's house. We were young. Like, watch wrestling matches, and I'd just be like, I mean, I'll come, but I don't really give a shit. Yeah. And then now I'm like, yo, this is fucking badass. In person is so much cooler.
The camaraderie that comes with it too, and like getting the hype, like you almost can't escape it. Like even Christian last night was like, I am so invested right now. I'm like, it's so good. Yeah, you just can't help it.
You're invested, and especially when everyone else is invested. Like, it's hard sometimes when the crowd's not with it. It's like somebody will do something cool, and you have like,
yeah.
You're like, man, this one's. The crowd makes it more than the performer. It's one of like the weird times where like the crowd matters as much as the performers.
Oh yeah, it's a big like everything works in unison. That's why the psychology of wrestling is so important. Where it's like you have to pay attention to the crowd, and you have to like if they're not fucking with something, you better abandon it and try to do something to win them over again. Type shit. I feel like growing up like thinking in that way too like helps with like. Now that I'm starting to do live shows with music, like I start thinking about it in that way, like you got to do like y'all's My Hands to War with Chords and Jocks, like going back and forth, like that was like my favorite show that I've been to in the sense of like it was a whole thing, and
it wasn't a show, it was like it was an event.
Yeah,
that was how we were labeling it
that is a way better way to describe it, because that I love the idea of stuff like that, like bigger picture stuff,
if you could peek inside my mind, it's all I do.
Yeah.
I just sit and work alone. I listen to podcasts, and I'm like, I'm barely listening. I'm like, oh, we could do this, we could do that. I'm just fucking tinkering with shit all day.
I'm the same exact way. I've got like for a long time I had like way too many irons in the fire.
If
like
I had money, I'd be one dope ass like production. Like, here's my vision for your show.
Yeah.
Pay me to do this, and I'll make your show unfucking real.
Yeah, that's basically what I've been working towards. Like pretty much my entire like last 6 years is I've like been trying. I want to film and edit videos, and like I do that for like I Dream and Cellophane. I film. I'm the keyboard player and the backup vocalist.
When y'all doing another show though?
We haven't done any shows yet.
I thought y'all played one.
No, not yet.
Oh, y'all got to play a show.
I know. We're trying. We're getting show ready. We're like really buckling down, and like we've got like music that we're still like wanting to release, and we're about to buckle down and kind of like I think we're gonna
doing the build the crowd first and then come out swinging.
I think that was kind of maybe the intention at first, but I think we're shifting gears a little bit to just try to be like, let's just drop and then like really buckle down and like get all of our stuff tight and how we want to sounding the way we want it to.
Right. Absolutely.
And then just hit it hard. But we would like to be playing shows sooner than later. Like we're really trying to work hard at it.
Good.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It's so fun too, because like Jeremy Gifford, he's like the mastermind behind the whole thing.
Okay.
And like so, I've known him since I was like 12, because grew up around Heber where I grew up. Me and Chris Hill grew up together too, because I'm from Heber where they're from.
Yeah.
And I used to skate with Jeremy and Jacob, and I was kind of friends with them and not like super close. And then we worked together at Domino's in Heber for a little bit, and we got closer. And then I don't know, something happened where one of them hit me up, and then we all just started hanging out. And then me and Jeremy and Jacob all got like really tight. I mean, Jeremy and Jacob were already tight. Yeah. Jacob speak, and we just started hanging out, and me and Jeremy started making music together. He basically did like all the bass on my album that I released under the Matty Christ.
Yeah.
Jeremy wrote like 90% of the bass on the album.
You just did your show with that too, didn't you?
Yeah, I did the Art Goes Pop.
Yeah.
And then I did a house show at like Cell House. That was
okay.
It was pretty fun. That was my first show ever. In the history of ever.
That project or your life?
My life.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
No, that was my.
You did fucking great for your first fucking show
I appreciate
ever. That's
that.
amazing.
Yeah, I really do appreciate that a lot.
26 years old?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I grew up in Heber, and like I don't know, like there was people in Heber that were like going like Chris. I've been playing shows since he's been doing. Yeah, it just never felt. Even though they were doing it and I was seeing them doing it, it never felt like tangible. As me and Chris got closer, it started feeling more and more tangible. And then I went to the first Punks for Paws that Chris threw. Yeah. And it was like, I don't remember who all played, but I remember it was Anchor the Appetite playing.
That was fucking, that was the most insane one-time band ever.
The
video, the show, and then just done.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Literally that was happening, and Chris was on stage like talking about something, and I was just like, I could do this. Like I could play a show, like for sure. And then I just kind of buckled down and really just started working on stuff. And
oh yeah, if you ever wanted to play music, that was a night to went to play music. Like, that shit was
that was
crazy.
Really cool. Yeah, it was a fucking crazy night. Yeah,
it's good. I still think about that night for different reasons, but I still think about it.
Yeah, at first when I started doing like planning out live shows, I was just gonna do me and my DJ controller running the backing tracks, and that was it. And then it's such a weird wormhole of things that happened, but like, so my friend Austin Rush, he just actually put out an EP that's pretty good called Eagle, but
Eagle,
yeah,
nice.
His artist name is A Rush.
Is it on all the stuff?
Yeah, it's on most of the stuff. I think it's on like Spotify streaming services and stuff.
It was like a SoundCloud only kind of thing.
No. It's very like Idols, The Strokes, like British, like kind of like almost like. I want to say pop punk, but not pop punk. It's punk. It's like British punk, like but with like
punk.
Yeah, but with like a little bit of like pop elements. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah, it's really good. But Chris messaged him because he used to do a bunch of EDM shit, and me and him both DJ and shit.
Yeah.
And asked him to do Any Given Room remix. And so like it just kind of never came about, and so I messaged Chris and I was like, I could do the Any Given Room remix if you want. And so I did Long Drop, and then it kind of got sent around the AGR group chat. And then Christian messaged me directly, and me and him started talking. And then we just started talking about music in general. And then I started showing him my stuff, and then that led to him being the drummer in Matty Christ. And it's just weird how that all worked out. And then just recently I dropped the EP of like I did 3 different Any Given Room remixes, and I don't know. It's just weird how that all like full circled out of nowhere. Because when I was 13, Chris Hill was the first person I ever sent a song that I made to. Like he had like a little like rap project with one of our friends that they were trying to do, and I made like a rap song when I was 13, and it's the worst thing in the world. But like I still have it too, so I can I can go back on it, and I'm like, oh man,
can we put it at the end of this episode?
If you want. I mean, I don't care. It's really bad.
Send it to me tonight when you get home. I'll put it, because I'm going to edit this tonight. Like,
I will.
Send it to me.
It's so bad. Awesome. But you can. I love listening to it because you can just see the growth of like where I was and like where I am now.
I still have my first, recorded thing, and I go back and listen and I'm just like, oh my god.
It's me
with what was I doing?
The beat, that might be an issue because I think I just ripped the beat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we're not monetized. It don't matter.
Okay, for sure. So I ripped the beat off of YouTube somewhere, and then like me plugged into like GarageBand or something, and then with like a Rock Band USB microphone from like that 360 days, the Xbox 360, and I'm just like no flow at all. My rhythm is absolutely terrible. It's really bad.
My name is Matty Christ, and I like rice. And
at the time, I was the Mad Hatter.
Rice.
That was the Mad Hatter, and it was 2 D's in Mad because I had to make sure that it was different. Yeah.
There's already a Mad with 2 D's. Put 4 D's in it.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Quad D.
Yeah. Actually, Quad D's kind of a hard name.
It's not bad, actually.
They have a rap name.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Mad Quad D.
that sounds like something like you would be listening to a 90s hip-hop playlist and like I don't know where Mad Quad D pops up and it's like the hardest shit you've heard in like 6 months. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah.
I'm gonna steal that one, actually. I'm gonna change my name to Mad Quad D.
Dude, that's yours.
I need to put out something. I love it. I love old school. I grew up on hip-hop first. Country, then hip-hop, then rock and roll.
Really?
Yeah, my first music, like, you know how you grow up on your parents' music?
Oh, yeah.
And then you kind of branch out on your own?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And then that was like my first branch. And then, which is probably because of where I went to school and stuff and who my friends were. And then the next thing when I was like, I saw like probably staying up late, saw like a Korn video or something. And I was like, oh my God.
Dude, yeah. I got lucky in a way. It's kind of a blessing and a curse, but my dad was like 19 when I was born.
Holy shit.
Yeah, which I'm like 26 now, no kids. I'm like, I can't imagine fucking
being 19
7 years ago or whatever.
I have a friend who was 16 when he had his kid, and now his kid's like 16.
Yeah, but my dad was like super into like Nirvana, Korn, Deftones, like a bunch of shit, but he was also into like Bone Thugs and Harmony and 3 6 Mafia.
Dude, they were fucking huge, dude.
3 6 Mafia was big in my house. My mom was super into like Alice in Chains and all that grunge era stuff, but then she was also into like Whitesnake and like
the 80s
era. Yeah. So I don't know. I just got Elton John. Elton John's one of my favorites. It's just I listen
Elton John fucking rules.
I listen to so much stuff. It's crazy. Country. Grew up on country.
Yeah, same.
So favorite. What's your favorite? Like when you were growing up, when you were like listening to hip hop.
When I was listening to hip hop, well, see, it went hip hop real quick, and then it was almost immediately turned into gangster rap. So it's like the early days of that, like Eazy-E, Ice Cube.
Okay.
But before that, I mean, literally, like, it was like the MTV pop hip hop shit because that's all I had access to. We lived in a fucking small ass town. It's not small anymore, Yeah. But then there was no one there, so you didn't really have access to that kind. It's just the school I went to was a bit rough.
I gotcha.
And so all my friends, we were all like, and that's all that there was. It was just hip hop. But Fat Joe.
Just to find out Eminem put out a new record.
He was not a fucking thing yet, sir. You're showing your age, Kurt.
You're showing your age.
I am. But that's why he asked me when I was little. But yeah, all that, probably like right at the end of the beginning of the 90s. Like that 80s hip hop shit. What was it? Oh, dude, I'm spacing their fucking name. I actually
so when you're saying like 80s hip hop, are we talking like late, like a Run DMC era,
like
or
shit.
like earlier where it's like, my name is Pat and I'm here? You know,
that stuff was
that's like one of my favorite Hannibal Buress bits. Oh, it's so good.
I still like that shit. I go back now and listen to that stuff, but no, that stuff was already kind of dead. Because I was like just getting into school where you can kind of be yourself, you know. Your friends show you their music and you show them their music. But my mom, you know, you'd come home and my mom would typically win, so there was almost nothing but country. But my dad was a classic rock guy, so I kind of grew up with everything.
Yeah,
the whole spectrum.
Same here, yeah.
Between friends and family, which a lot of it was country. Dude, country in the 90s, people just don't understand how fucking big that genre was. That shit was everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I grew up small town, like, now it's like 7,000 people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, even, like, getting late 90s, like, I'm born in 98, so late 90s, even still, everyone I grew up with or was around, my grandparents, parents, well, my parents not as much, but my mom was still into some country and stuff. Like, I grew up on the Chicks or the Dixie Chicks or whatever. Yeah. Like, stuff like that, you know? Or, like, Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton was huge in my house.
We would Dolly, Reba, Shania, like all the
Shania Twain goes crazy. I could kick a door off the hinges when I hear "Let's go, girls." I love that meme. Yeah, that's like, fucking. This shit's so good.
Of course, Garth.
Yeah.
I mean, his dude's still the king. Wrong Garth, Kurt. Wrong Garth, Kurt.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, so.
I'm trying to think of the other one. God damn it.
Merle Haggard's a big one for me.
Oh, huge, yeah. That's, Johnny, Merle, all those.
Yeah, well,
all country guys.
So my granny and my granddad is actually just my granny's brother. Like, both of my didn't really grow up with granddads. I just had him for the most part.
Right.
And yeah, well, you know, but so their last name is Haggard, and I guess they're like very, very closely related to Merle Haggard.
Whoa.
And so like my granddad would always talk about it, and his fucking ringtone was "Could Be Holding You Tonight." So that song like lives in my brain. So Merle Haggard's a big one for me.
That's big. That's good. I like let's see, I'm trying to think of some other ones. Oh, dude, it was all like 90s shit. Clint Black.
Oh, yeah.
Which I love Clint Black. Brooks and Dunn.
Dude, I was listening to Neon Moon last night.
Dude, Neon Moon is one of my favorite songs ever.
Dude, it's good.
Long as there's light from a neon moon.
That's really the only Brooks and Dunn one that I really listen to, you know, still. So it's the only one that I can recall off the top of my head.
You know, the song's about a dude in a bar, clearly. But, like, the Neon Moon is just a beer sign. So is it a blue moon sign? Was he, like, chilling at some bar, having some fucking moment, and looked up and saw like the blue moon logo on a neon, and was like, and just like was.
I feel like that's how the best songs are always made, though. Where it's like the most simple thing, but you're like, wait, man.
And all the best songs are almost all the ones that like weren't gonna. Well, man, we weren't even gonna put it on the record, man. We wrote it in an hour, and fucking it was kind of just dismissed by the thing, but I got it on there. I just really like that song.
Yeah.
And then boom, biggest hit in the world.
Yeah, it is crazy how that happens.
It happens a lot.
Yeah, I always just think of Old Town Road. Just because, like, I know that song, like, people hate it, people love it, whatever.
Didn't that song live twice, though?
That's what I'm saying.
And then Billy
Ray Cyrus,
gold.
They were like 4 or 5.
Yeah, that. I mean, for a while he's kept it going. You know, it wasn't just like
the life that song had in the modern world is crazy.
But just like, yeah, the fact that he was just like, oh, here's a little, you know, goofy song.
Ray Cyrus of all people,
dude, and he stood on business about that shit.
Sure did. He sure did. Yeah, he did buy him a Maserati. I saw that video clip.
Apparently, there was like a sign in Nashville where they were like, "Congratulations, Billy Ray Cyrus, for the song," and then they had like Lil Nas X's name like really small, and I guess Billy Ray Cyrus went with a sign. It was like, "Without Lil Nas X, the song doesn't exist," and like stood next to the sign that was only really.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he put him up like.
Yeah, I respect that. That's cool.
That was a wild year.
Yeah, it was.
Well, the music now is just so fucking boom, 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 boom.
See, I feel like I'll say to myself, like, man, it's been a wild year. And then I'm like, wait, it's been like 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, what has happened?
Oh, time doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Dude, it's crazy.
It's crazy. It's speeding up relentlessly. Like, I look back now and I'm like, wait. Or Kurt will be like, yeah, we did this, blah, blah, blah. Like, I do just the other fucking day. I found out my band Lame Johnny's been around for 12 years. As a band. It's been around since I was in high school. It started as like a little acoustic side project. But
yeah.
As a band, we have a 12-year run going. And I was like, I feel like we've done maybe 20 things, but it's been I feel like it's been this long, and it's been like this long. So
yeah.
Fuck, what the fuck?
Well, time flies when you're having fun.
Dude, I guess I'm having too much fun.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like,
maybe that's why the Lord gave me my heart condition to try to slow me down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you, Lord.
Trying to bring me down, can't do it.
Let me take my medicine.
You're never gonna stop me. Pills. Yeah, prescriptions.
Taxes. Oh, God. So you were telling me you have a heart thing. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, if I can quit splashing myself with liquid death, it's just
okay,
so
dude.
good.
It's a good debate then. It's
got liquid
and it's
death
deathy.
bukkake just now. Yeah, so when I was 2.5, like,
oh man,
we were like on vacation or something in Hot Springs maybe, and I don't know, we all went swimming.
Hot Springs.
Yeah, it's actually a far drive.
Yeah,
yeah, but
same state vacations is always just
yeah, no, yeah, for
how
sure.
How poor were you?
You know, right? Yeah, okay, yeah, for sure. Showing my financials.
No,
I'm
just kidding.
No.
That's all he did. Shit, I've been on 2 vacations in my entire life.
Out-of-state vacations didn't start happening for me until recently. But yeah, so we went swimming or something, and I got like, I guess it's called like hand, foot, and mouth disease or something. It's like a rash that like young kids get, and they took me to the doctor in Hot Springs to figure that out. And it just so happened that doctor noticed that there was like something going on with the way. Yeah, so I don't remember exactly what it was. Whoa. But so they they send me to Children's basically, and they get everything set up and figure everything out, and they realize that my aorta coming out of my heart was like pinched off like an hourglass in one point, and so blood wasn't like flowing through my heart, so they had to like set me up with an appointment to have heart surgery basically, and so I had to wait for that, and the day like of my like waiting for the call to go to the hospital, I guess I wanted to be Spider-Man. I took red and blue Sharpies and fucking painted myself in red and blue Sharpie, and my mom came and found me. She's like, oh my God. But I go to the hospital and I've got just like blue and red stains all over me. They're like, what the hell happened? And my mom's just like, he wanted to be Spider-Man, colored himself. But they had to basically, the hourglass part of my heart, the aorta, they had to cut it out and like yeah. Wow. And then I had to like go for checkups like yearly, every year for like a long time until I was probably like 13, and they like wouldn't clear me to play sports and shit for a long time.
Heart stuff is very
but I kind of still like did stuff that like I've skated since I was like 4, but after time I got cleared and I could play sports and everything was good, and then after a while it went from like 1 year to every 2 years to like every 4 years, and then I just haven't been back since. But I have like a lifetime, like if some shit goes down, like I can go to Children's, I guess, no matter what, whenever.
That's a great hospital.
Yeah.
Good thing you got sent there. Mm-hmm. That place rules.
For real though.
Yeah.
It's
cool that we have that.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy experience. Like I don't remember any of it except for like ghostly memories of I would get pulled around in a wagon in the hallways, and it's so like eerie in my brain because it's like a hospital hallways and you're in a wagon. But I had like a rake and a shovel and a hoe, like the plastic, like, and that was what I had with me, and I was just like, yeah, man, this is
Farmer Bill.
Yeah, just like trucking around the hospital hallways, like I'm just gonna dig up this tile real quick, like what?
This is Farmer Matty and his weird heart. Dude. Well, I'm glad you're here, man. That's fucking wild.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
Holy
it was crazy.
Shit.
Yeah, it was nuts. I'm glad you're here with all your shit going on. That's crazy.
Yeah, it keeps, it's the gift that keeps on giving here lately, so hooray.
Is it just like,
I don't know,
kind of ups and downs a lot? Yeah.
Hospital stuff, dude. Doctors.
That sucks.
What are you going to do? I did it, so
yeah,
it's my own damn fault. It just sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. Stress. They're like, you can't be so stressed out. And I'm like, bitch, you don't live my life.
Yeah.
This shit is stressful as fuck.
Yeah. All right. Give me a prescription for pay my bills. And
I was like, can you prescribe? I literally was like, can you prescribe? I was like asking, like, what can you prescribe? You're telling me to go to the gym. You're telling me to do all that shit. Like, I'm broke. Can you prescribe these things?
Yeah.
Then I can't do them. I don't know what else to tell you. Just stop suggesting things I can't do.
Yeah.
If it costs money, I'm out.
Yeah. To just say go to the gym is kind of crazy. To not even be like, give like at home suggestions or anything like.
Clearly I'm an adult. I know at the fucking gym and I know I should fucking exercise and shit. And it's like, whatever. But also, I have shit to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing is finding time to do anything.
One, I don't like going alone. I did, when I was in my like mid-20s, there was like a stint there where I was going to the gym every fucking day for 2 hours a day. But I was also young. I had crazy fucking energy and all my friends went.
Right.
We was like 6 or 7 of us, and then we would like go and get food afterwards. It was like a whole thing. Every day we did that. Work, gym, thing, band practice. It was a whole thing.
It's easier to do things when it's in routine like that.
Yeah, and I'm social as fuck.
Yeah.
So when it all kind of started, you know how things go. They peter off, and everybody goes their life moves people in different directions. And one day I just found myself alone there, and I was just like, this sucks.
Yeah, it's not fun just like...
So
yeah.
I never went back like to that. I've been to the gym since then.
Yeah, of course.
Like, you know, I'm going to change myself this year. I've done that at least 5 times.
Yeah.
It's going to be a new me. Just get fatter.
Yeah, the classic New Year's resolution type shit.
I worked out, I can eat a whole bag of pizza rolls.
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. Yeah. I'm sure I could get away with a box of Hot Pockets.
Is it a regular box? It's the family one, but it's fine. It's only 6. It's the same as a whole pizza. You shouldn't eat a whole pizza.
It was the deals. That was it just, you know, you buy 2, but it's just...
Sam's Club doesn't sell the small ones. It's just the family ones.
They only sell bulk.
They actually do have bulk Hot Pockets. I'm like, who the fuck is buying bulk Hot Pockets? They don't even give you the sleeve anymore, I found out. I haven't had a Hot Pocket in fucking a decade.
Every now and then, you know, a struggle meal as a single 26-year-old no family. I'll just be like,
I tend to go to the Dollar General and get the single burritos. That's my like struggle meal now.
Yeah,
those little frozen. They got the one in the black package. It's got the steak in it. Shit, it's pretty good. Black beans,
dude. I fuck with black beans,
dude. Heavy,
dude.
They make it refried black beans now, and that shit is fire.
I have not had that, but that sounds good.
It's good as fuck. Next time you go grocery shopping, you should definitely try some.
I'm gonna have to.
It's good.
That sounds fire. I'm big into like cooking and stuff. I love cooking and
we
stuff.
cook every night in my house. I don't. But my wife can cook like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like the thing she's good at.
I should cook for myself more often. I think because I did, like, until recently, I pretty much only worked in restaurants and, like...
So you come home, you're like, this is the last thing I want to do.
Yeah. Like, I worked at Domino's, and that was, like, the closest to, like, fast food. Other than that, it's been, like, actual restaurant chains where it's, like, a fish house in Heber where, I had to do some fucking grimy shit at that fucking fish house.
Dude.
Like, clean some fucking nasty shit or, like, prep food, like, prep fish all day so my hands are just covered in, like, fish smell. And then I have to, like... you know, I have to like cook, you know, work a double or something. Then I have to cook the rest of the night. And then I go home. I'm like, the last thing I want to do is even be in my kitchen.
Popping Taco Bell into your head.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm over this.
Yeah,
like,
even the tacos smell like fish.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Dude, fuck that. Fuck
it sucked.
That job. Fuck a fish restaurant. This is the smelliest thing in the world.
Dude,
I can't stand it.
And it was like... I can't speak for what they are now because they did like renovations and
It's probably cool now.
Yeah, but it was rough.
It's pretty rough in a lot of restaurants.
I saw some fucking crazy shit in that place. Like
Vino's, they don't even hide it. You just walk into Vino's and go, God damn, look at all the dust.
I feel like it adds to the, to the.
No one cares.
Yeah,
no one gives a fuck.
It adds to the essence of
Who's
what
the
it
people
is.
that are supposed to shut places down? The health inspector.
Yeah,
You had the pizza. It's fucking. We're not
right. They've been there forever.
Yeah, they're grandfathered into the mess.
Dude, I went into the walk-in one day at the fish house and was immediately just slipping and sliding. I was like, "What is going on?" And I had to take paint scrapers and sit on the floor. And you ever seen?
Make me gag, dude. That's so fucking sick.
You ever seen those videos of them doing the ice cream rolls where they smooth it out and then it perfectly rolls up? That's what I was doing with floor gunk. It was thick and it was just coming up in rolls. You should have
put it in a fucking cup. And
Here you go, buddy.
This came off the floor, you gross bitches.
Dude, there was some wild people there too. There's one dude I was I would fuck with people and be offer money to just do gross shit because I knew no one would do it. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone's poor too, so it's
yeah, exactly. So there was I had filled up a cup with dirty sink water, and I was just to one of the busboys, I was like, $10. $10 if you drink this. And I don't, dude. I'm not pressuring people. It's more, I'm, say $10? Yeah, I'm like, $10.
No pressure.
Yeah, it's all you, $10 right here. And he's like, $10 for real? And I was like, yeah.
$10 for
I pulled out 10 cash. I was like, right here, man, go for it. And he's like, all right, bet. And he just takes it and just chugs the whole cup. And as he gets to the end of it, a piece of fish hits him in the face, and it's raw fish from when I was prepping earlier. I didn't know it was in there. It shouldn't have been in there. It was we were doing dishes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
there shouldn't have been raw fish in that sink, which goes to show they weren't doing their shit. He should have been paying attention. He wouldn't be drinking raw fish. But needless to say, he immediately just took off outside. He's like, just fucking gagging.
Did you give
and shit.
him a 10 though?
Oh, of course.
Okay, good.
I think I might have given him 15. I'm a good sport about things like that, especially that was fuck. That was
ever done anything stupid like that for money? I definitely have done some dumb shit for money.
I can't think of anything off the top. I've done dumb shit for free. You know what I'm saying?
That's different. Yeah, that's just having fun.
I think I'm more just in it for the bit most of the time. So I can't think of a time someone's like, "Here's this for money."
I've ruined my clothes for
dude,
a laugh.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when I was younger, it's pay attention to me,
dude. I feel that. That was my whole childhood. It was hey,
hello. That's just a kid's an entertainer when they're constant. The need for attention.
Yeah.
You're just put them behind something.
You're right, exactly.
A brush, a guitar.
My parents were good about that too. I think they knew that there was something because I would always want stuff like that, and
attention is entertainment, right?
Yeah.
You crave. It's that's what it really is. You just crave attention on a level that you can't. Describe.
The little red guitar from the video I did with Dylan for that's actually the first instrument that I was 4 or 5 and my parents gave me that and the little plug-in guitar with a little speaker in it. I love that thing. I haven't tried to make it work. I don't know if it still does or not. I think it's just fun. I think it's just better as it is. I don't want to hear it, because I'll hear it and be like, oh man, I could never do anything with this, But right now I can just cherish it.
It gave you the inspiration to keep it going. It's crazy that it took you this long to start playing shows. It's wild.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was
if you skating at a young age, you were playing music at a young age.
Oh, dude, I was doing a lot at a young age, doing plays in school and yeah, cocaine. That was in my later life. No, maybe. No, I'm just kidding.
I was drawing anime titties. With my friends.
I was just so good. They gave me $10 a pop.
They were drawing. It's fucked up. My wife actually used to do that for money. Creepy kids at school. Yeah, dude.
I mean, dude, whatever you. I used to rip songs off YouTube and burn CDs for my Spanish teacher when I went to school in Newport for a little bit.
Yeah.
He would just be he'd give me a list of 20 songs and then I'd just go rip them off YouTube. And he'd give me $20-$25 for a CD. I was like,
can you just go buy us a fucking CD?
I don't know, man. I was like, I don't know why you want me to do that. I think he wants it to be. Maybe you know what? You know what? He's kind of a weird guy. And I've heard some stories about him. I'm thinking maybe he was
trying to lull you into a false sense of security.
No, I think he was just making mixtapes, trying to win. Because that's what I mean by he's just kind of socially weird. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking maybe weird. He's making mixtapes and trying to give them to someone and I don't know, because it would be a specific list of songs.
Like somebody who was trying to
something like that. I guess because it would be a specific list of songs and it would all be kind. know, and I would just
this
be like,
the Love Jams 92.
Yeah, I guess, dude. I don't know. I would just bring him back a CD, be like, yeah, here's your 25, or here's your songs, and he'd give me like $25. And I'm like, okay.
Sick. Can you pay me in cigarettes?
Yeah, I was more like
old enough.
Thanks for buying my weed, man. I appreciate it.
That's what's great about fucking side money as a child when you have an addiction to something.
Yeah.
Oh, I know right where this is going.
Yeah,
It makes the hustle good. You're like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can make money doing that shit.
Dude, for real. Dude, as a kid, high school, and this didn't work out this way a lot, but sometimes it did, where I go get the, $20 from the teacher, and then I go home and be like, I'm going over to my friend's, we're just going to get some food later. Could I get like $20 for food?
Try to double it.
Yeah, and then I got $40, and I'm getting an eighth, saying, I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah, we had McDonald's. You're secretly starving, which you're like, do we have any?
Dude, no, exactly. Yeah. You're starving the rest of the night, so hungry because now I'm incredibly high. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I wasted all my food money on the weed. I'm just so like, funny. Man. End up like going into my friend's kitchen and like,
you got any Doritos?
Dude, an actual quote from my friend's house back in the day is, yo, man, you got any peanut butter? No, man, I got taco shells. It's like, what? That is not...
How do you cook that?
Yeah, how do those equate? I don't know if I can put taco shells on a jelly sandwich. I don't know.
I mean...
It might work.
Just stick the knife inside one way and do the jelly on the other. That'd be wild.
Yeah, you could, I guess. That's true.
A lot of fucking peanut butter, though.
We don't have peanut butter. We just have taco shells.
Oh, taco shells and jelly? Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dip the taco.
You see, when I imagined...
Put some spicy flakes in there.
Actually, though, I see where you're coming from.
And break them up into chips, and then that's a dip.
My dumb ass is so stupid in my sense of humor. I immediately imagined bread, jelly, hard taco shell, like fucking taco shell jelly sandwich. Yeah. For sure. Yeah. No, but yeah, I wanted to play shows more. Like younger, but it just didn't make sense, and like putting a band together was always hard. Not that it's
fucking almost impossible.
Yeah, that's why I like it the way it is now. Like
Dude, the fact that we have the way it is now is incredible.
Yeah,
like, there's so many bands, and we need more.
Yeah, for sure. But like, even in the Matty Christ situation, like Jeremy has talked about playing bass for me live, and I've got people that want to play like the guitar parts live, and I've
band behind you is fucking.
I know that would be tight, but me and Christian have practiced together twice, and we've played 2 shows. You know what I'm saying? And one of the practices was the day of the show.
Oh, you did the set, and then
we went and ran the set.
Your first show.
Well, the first show we practiced like the week before.
You only had one practice, and you were like, "Fuck it."
Together.
Wow.
I mean, we practiced on our own.
You know the songs, yeah.
Which
Christian's a bad motherfucker.
No, yeah, I trusted him wholly. He's the one. He talked me into letting him play drums, and I was like, I don't know.
Dude, I can play it with my eyes closed with one hand. It's fine.
Yeah. It was more of just like me not wanting to commit to like having to work with like someone else's schedule because I was like worried about it.
It does get in the way, but yeah, you just have to time management skills.
Yeah, for sure. But now, especially what Christian brings to the live show, like he's just fucking nuts. Jesus. You know what I'm saying? He brings so much energy, just
and
the
talent.
way,
just his raw talent. Like,
dude, for real,
he's one of those guys. Like, there's a few floating around in this music scene where when you see them, it's just the same thing with bigger bands too. There's always like a handful of folks that just watching them is fucking like whoa. Entertainment, the value is just insane.
For sure.
He didn't even really have to do much, but the fact that he actually is like jamming.
Yeah.
And, he's got kind of like that flair.
Yeah, for sure. And he beats the fucking shit out of the drums a lot of the time. Beats the fucking shit out of them.
And his setup is different from everybody else's. It's like
the first act kit.
Dude, that part is just fucking.
I love that. That's so good.
He's got the brain up top instead of a rack tom. He's doing all that on a 3-piece.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. I went to a Ginger Giant practice.
Makes sense sometimes.
I went to a Ginger Giant practice with them, and something had happened, and he didn't have his hi-hat stand.
It broke.
Yeah.
I keep talking to him. I'm like, dude, I can fix this with like 8 minutes.
Well, he didn't have it with him. And he ended up setting like a cymbal setup just on that little like platform on the top of his kick,
and just hitting it.
And he was just playing because he had one sitting on top of another, so it had just enough of a hi-hat sound, and he played the whole set like that.
That's fucking nuts.
And he still killed it. It was crazy. I was just blown away. I was like, what the fuck?
He's like, yeah, the whole thing broke, so I put it back together with tape and sticks. Anyway, here's a fucking drum solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, with 2 drums.
Here's the most locked-in breakbeat you've heard in fucking 2 years. You're like, what? Yeah. It's crazy. It's nuts.
Oh, yeah. Dude, blows my fucking mind.
The house show set we played, the one that we ran the set the day of
was
together.
That Grandma?
No, it was Cell House. It's like over in like Levy or Levi or something. It's a pretty fun place. But so he was like, maybe we could mix the set up like a week before, and I was like, yeah, we could. And we ended up putting like half of the set is unreleased stuff that we had never even played before together.
Yeah.
And most of it like we hadn't actually practiced. So we like pretty much practiced the week before. And some of it's stuff that he produced, and it's like 195 BPM and 180 BPM. And so like there's 9 I guess there's technically 7 songs in our set, and there's like an intro and an interlude.
That's pretty average, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of them are just like constant. So by the end of it, me and Christian are both just gassed. But I can only imagine what he's going through, especially like in the middle of the set, like 195 BPM, fucking like, you know.
I do know.
Yeah, I know you know.
Do that a lot.
Yeah, I just couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't imagine drumming.
Drumming's weird because like the first 2 songs, you're like, oh no, I'm gonna die. The third song, you're like, I'm never gonna make it to the end. Like,
yeah.
And then your body just kind of goes into this mode, and then it's just like you can play for an hour. But if you stop,
right?
At least for me, this is like always my experience. Once my body just shuts the pain off, like once my brain just goes, "We're in this."
Yeah.
Like this, like that big show we did where we played 27 songs.
Yeah.
But going, and I felt fucking great. The second we stopped and we went outside, after that last set, I was just like just holy fucking shit.
I bet.
Like,
I bet you're, yeah.
Like you stand up and all the blood finds all the areas again, and you're just like, oh my God.
Yeah, that would, yeah.
It's rough.
But that seems like it'd be so fun at the same time, or like such a sense of like accomplishment at the end.
It was the most accomplished I've felt in a long time.
Yeah, especially with all the lore, all the backstory with everything. I'm sure. Yeah, I couldn't like. I keep saying I could only imagine, but
it was wild.
The emotions and just
palpable.
Yeah, I'm sure that was like top tier moment.
It's great and bad, but like right after we immediately had to keep on working on it because the albums, like getting the vinyls done, we kept having this artwork issue, dude, and it's the stupidest fucking thing ever, and the people we were trying to work with just would not explain it good. It's like, we're not rocking. Explain it like you would tell a 5-year-old. Like, why does any of this stuff matter? Here's the fucking file. Literally anyone can read it. Your fucking cell phone can read it.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is this a problem? Well, and then they would just say some shit that we just didn't fucking get, and then we found out it was literally just because we didn't use a certain software and save it as the exact same fucking thing, but I guess somewhere in the coding,
like the metadata of the file.
Yeah, it's just this came from this program. So I'm like, so you just have it locked in. So we were supposed to hire a designer that is specialized in this software. So this is just a dick move, and you weren't explaining it good because you wanted us to like, what the fuck?
That's pretty insane, honestly.
That was the only hiccup, and honestly, they were still great. Like they were always nice, but it's like So why would you burden us? Just say that part.
Yeah, just be upfront with it.
This field is locked in, and if you don't have this software, this isn't going to work. Okay, cool. The internet, I can just steal that fucking software. Yeah, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
I just went and got it, did the fucking thing, exported it, literally all the same shit we've been doing, and it was like, dun, 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 dun. And it cost us 3 weeks.
That's insane.
I had to rebuild this artwork.
Yeah.
So every single piece, like the spine and the interior and the insert, this shit right here, everything, I had to rebuild that like 10 times.
That sucks.
Dude.
But it looks good though.
Dude, I was like, if this shit comes in fucked up, I'm gonna be so
Dude, I would be too. I'd be fucking livid. One of the last times I was in Little Rock, so I had like 2 friends that I bought tickets for, and then I had another friend from back home that bought his own ticket. So I messaged Justin. I was like, yeah, I got 4 that I need to pick up. And so me and Christian were like running around, and so we met up with him at Vino's, and he like comes over with the 4 vinyls. I'm like handing him, I didn't hand him money, but that kind of feeling of like we're like drug dealing these My Hands to War vinyls in the Vino's parking lot.
It's been the weirdest thing to have because we sold a lot. And I sold a lot. So to get all of them out has been the wildest thing. I have one guy that had like 8 of them because it was a bunch of him and his friends came.
Yeah.
Handing someone 8 of the same thing is the weirdest feeling. It's like, I love you. Thank you. Like, I cannot say enough kind words. Like, the fact that this is real, that we're having this moment, this is all awesome. But this is so fucking
yeah. Even the 4, I was like, this is weird that I've just got 4 it felt like I was black marketing the My Hands to War vinyls, even though I got them from the source. I was like, this feels wrong. Like, I'm just like, I'm also like going, when I go back home, I'm like going to this person, dropping it off, going to this person, dropping it off.
Because I go and I pick up the box that's filled with them, and I have to count through, and I'm like, I have so fucking many of these things. And I'm over halfway now. I'm diligently trying to get them to everyone. I'm just like, I know I'll be near this person at X time. So and so it's just taking a while. Instead of having to like ship them, and
I tried to be like,
I want to do it in person, man. It's nice.
Yeah, I tried to be like respectful of like I tried to like message when I knew I was going to be in town, but I also didn't want to message too often to be like,
Message away. We're forgetful ass people.
Yeah,
I forget everything. I have the worst memory. I don't know why.
I'm better nowadays, but that's because I write everything down now.
Writing helps, for sure. That's how I memorize my lyrics to songs. I'll write them, like the rough write, and then I'll do a rewrite.
Yeah.
Circle things, and then I'll type it out in my phone so I have it. And then I'll go again and I'll write like a practice version, which are like keywords.
Yeah.
So then I try to like stick it in my brain, and if I need to, I'll write out like a line that I'm constantly forgetting. I'll just write that line out.
Yeah.
Like a Bart Simpson fucking on a chalkboard,
I'm so stream of conscious when it comes to writing lyrics and vocals that it's like I used to like writing it like tactile, like actually writing it out. Now it's straight into my phone, and it's like I'm just going.
Mine doesn't attach to my brain as good when I type. It's not the same effect. I think it's because of when I grew up, you didn't type shit. Like, I was right in between typewriters and keyboards.
Well, I like listen to things on a loop, and then so like I'm like actually like writing it in my head.
I've just kind of started doing that.
I'm like kind of like figuring it out as I go, and then like I'll figure out like a 4-line phrase and have that in my head and be like looping that and repeating that, and then I write it down once I feel confident in it and I feel like I can move on.
Things have changed. Because used to at my home, Justin would just come over and I'd be like, dude, let's just play this part. And I've got the guitar in my hand and I have a pad. So I know if I can't do something that I've written, right?
Yeah.
Instantly. Just change that word to instead of use a conjunction or something.
Yeah. And
then we don't have that ability anymore. So now it's like, now what I've done with this last song is I just recorded the guitar parts into my computer. And then I would just sit there, and you know how you can make it loop?
Yeah.
Loops, and I'll sit, but I wasn't playing the guitar, right?
Yeah.
So when I got done and I started playing the whole song, I was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
But I really love the way these lyrics turn out. I might be fucked. I might have to like. It's good. It's a good thing because I might have to get better now because I might have overwritten.
That's true.
But it sounds dope as fuck, and I really want it to sound this way.
That always is a good motivation to try to like improve it enough to do it the way you have it because
it's why I love cover songs now. Like I hate it, dude. I never would. And then we did the cover show, and I was like, actually, I'm like at least 10% better than I was before we started doing this.
Right.
It's like, okay, so it added like merit to it,
I make covers all the time that I just never even release.
Most people love covers. I've just never been a fan. Like, I don't know why. I'm just like, I like original shit.
I don't like covers that are just straight up the original song.
No, you need flair. We did a tribute show. Yeah. So our cover show is kind of a tribute show.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. That's a totally different thing.
It's a one-time thing.
And a live set,
to record it.
That's a whole different thing. I just mean like in the sense of like if a band releases a cover like as like a official release and it's just the exact same song, just just sounds like them. And when I say sounds like them, I mean like the inflection and
it's all the same. The voice, the guy's trying to sound just like the voice.
It's not like a Hurt situation where it goes from Nine Inch Nails to Johnny Cash. Like that's the kind of covers I like.
That's a cover. That might be the greatest cover of all fucking time.
That's the kind. I mean, and people forget.
They stopped playing the song while he was alive.
Yeah,
like that's his song now.
People forget that Johnny Cash did a lot of weird covers on those American albums or whatever. He did a Beck cover. He did Rowboat. He did.
I mean, honestly, dude, fucking Metallica did some great ones too, in that fucking Garage Inc. or whatever the fuck that was.
I don't like Metallica, but I hear you.
I
respect them.
For covers,
yeah, I respect the fuck out of them.
They turned them into Metallica songs.
Yeah, for sure. And I can appreciate that, like in the idea of what we're talking about, like taking something, and like I love taking.
Does it just not click, or do you hate how famous they are?
It just doesn't click. Yeah, I'm just not. I also am not big into like Megadeth or like any of that
era. That 80s era of.
I respect it. I respect it a lot because it kind of paved the way for a lot of things.
Oh, a lot of things, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I respect the fuck out of it.
Isn't it weird that for like an entire decade, metal was like the supreme genre, and then now it's like, oh, you're a metal like. What? It was like the biggest fucking genre in the world.
Yeah, I don't know.
Overseas, it's not the same. Like here, I mean, like in the United States, it's just so different.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's such a mixed bag of
because now there's a height. You can't be a new metal band really and be like selling platinum records. That's just not happening anymore.
That's very true. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Where like when you think of like that era, like a Metallica or like an Iron Maiden,
like diamond records,
or like insane big like stadium tours and stuff like that,
and still, they're still that big, but you can't be as big as them now.
Exactly. I see what you're saying. Totally. I never even really thought about
maybe
that.
There's not room, but I feel like there has to be because like there's 8 fucking billion people here.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing?
I feel like the pop music, not that I don't.
That's the biggest one right now.
I don't know that
you're Post Malone, you're Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I love pop music.
Name another rapper.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that has kind of taken up a lot of bandwidth when it comes to like
it's a bandwidth issue.
Like,
really, but how?
I just mean like in this.
So many fucking people. How could we not all be making?
I guess I mean in the sense of like getting people to funnel money into your shit. Like back in the day, I feel like Metallica could get more.
Oh, absolutely.
But nowadays a metal band couldn't get as much backing probably but pop stars
not
and shit.
New one.
Yeah, because pop is so in right now. That's where all the money is getting funneled into.
Even
like
the big TikTok ones, they get big. Like they're big. Don't get me wrong. Like they're playing to a lot of people, but it's nothing like if they would have been around 20 years ago.
Yeah. Which I love pop music. Most of the shit I make is pop music.
Sure.
It's pop music with like drop C.
Some of it.
Yeah, it's drop C breakdowns in pop music. That's like most of my shit. Like, but I don't know.
Trends, I guess.
Yeah.
Just trends.
Yeah, for sure.
Train.
Curry, you sleeping?
No.
You're on their phone.
He's over there looking up trains.
He's like, here's a choo-choo. Actually, he was talking about trains earlier. That's
memorizing every single model of train that went down the tracks.
It's like, this is a C12-18. And the difference between that and the next model was the pistons were larger.
Train Thomas the Tank Engine was?
A locomotive?
The good kind.
The good kind? He was a bitch.
No, not Thomas. I didn't know.
Wasn't there a train on the show that could only go backwards?
I have no idea.
I missed that show, bud. I'm sorry. It was after my time.
Yeah, it was probably around my time, but I guess I didn't.
Your parents were cool.
Yeah, I didn't fuck with it. When I was like 4, my dad was like, "Hey, check this out. This is Kill Bill."
Yeah.
Like,
this is a guitar and Kill Bill. Dude,
yeah,
no, it's not a problem. That's fucking awesome.
No, dude, it was pretty. It was he also showed me It when I was like 4 or 5.
Same. Dude, I was watching horror movies my whole life.
It fucked me up for a bit.
Nah.
But I came out stronger, you know.
Yeah,
it was just a couple years of being deathly afraid of clowns.
That's fine.
Once I grew out of it, I was cool.
Then you grow up and realize you could beat every clown.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what was I afraid of?
Yeah, exactly.
These things are fucking weak as shit.
I could take on at least 3 clowns.
I'll choke you out with that fucking balloon poodle.
Bring on that whole tiny car having ass of y'all.
7 of them walk out.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. My bad. I underestimated.
I didn't mean it. I did mean it. I hate y'all.
They all got like fucking like bats with nails coming out of them, but they're all like clownified. You know what I'm saying?
Last night. God.
Yeah, dude, all that shit was crazy. The fact that they opened the death match with him busting the fucking light bulb on Buddy's face and then stabbing him in the fucking face with it, but like fucking you get.
Nope, he was supposed to. It never happened.
I mean, let's not say there wasn't.
That's true. The one guy did take all his clothes off.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
There was the cum tax. They did do the cum tax.
They did do cum tax. Oh, that's right.
They did do the cum tax.
There was some cum.
But yeah,
it started. That was the most. It's over now, by the way. That one ended it.
Yeah.
There'll never be another one.
Another death match?
Yeah.
Really?
At Vino's, yeah.
Why? Just.
Yep.
Any specific reason, or?
I guess it was too much.
That's really sad,
isn't it?
Honestly,
yeah, it's lame, right?
Because like that was the thing. Christian, Ollie, everyone they were like, dude, yeah, we're coming to the next one for sure. Because and I get that.
Which there will be a dog collar match at the next one.
No, yeah, and dog collar matches can get pretty crazy. I hate that it was too much. I hate that. Yeah, it's me versus Kurt.
No, it's me and Corey.
Oh.
Oh God.
I tried.
I'm just gonna hang you from the ceiling.
Yeah, just slowly lean back. You slowly lean forward, doing the smooth criminal lean. You know what I'm saying? You
just one clink at a time over the steel rafter.
Oh, that's a brutal image.
Chain clink is my metronome of death.
Dude, I was watching like wrestling clips the other day, and it was Spike Dudley was like talking about like different like crazy bumps that he did, and it was like a TNA match. I think it was like him versus Raven, and it's like a dog collar type thing where he's got him like chained around his neck and stuff.
Yeah, that's a dog collar.
Well, I don't know if they were chained together.
But I see.
Yeah,
he
but
just had him chained
yeah.
Ah.
And they go up to a scaffolding, and Raven like climbs it, and then just pulls Spike Dudley up by his neck.
Holy
and so
shit,
Spike, the only thing Spike's got to save him is holding on to the collar and supporting his weight, and he pulls him up the whole scaffolding. I was like, this is the most insane shit I've ever fucking seen in my life. This is almost crazier than the Mick Foley thing, because like.
The fact that only like one of those people has died, and that was from like a malfunction, is
Owen Hart.
Insane. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was the Rey Mysterio had a match with some dude, and they did a spot where he like bounced. The dude was supposed to bounce off the ropes a certain way, and he hit it wrong, and like on the spot.
Oh, really? Okay,
just
so
dropped. Oh, dude. Yeah, that happens for sure. And sometimes it's like the Owen Hart thing. That's like
that was just a mishap. That was like the table broke or something. That was. Just
no,
sad.
he was So he had like a superhero character, and he would like rappel from the rafters. Yeah, and the shit broke, and he hit the turnbuckle.
I was on my way to watch that match, and when I got there, all my friends, they were hysterical because it happened on live television.
Yeah.
They were just crying. I was like, "What the fuck happened?" You know, and I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
They were like, "He fucking died." Blah blah. I was like,
"It's really sad."
Holy shit! Oh, it was really sad.
Yeah.
They were fucked up about it. But they were invested. Like this.
Yeah. I get it.
Ooh.
I mean, even like Terry Funk died recently. He's like just a famous wrestler, really close with Mick Foley and stuff.
Was he just old?
Yeah, he's just old. Yeah. Totally normal. I cried for like 2 days. Hey, man, you just get invested in people like that.
My childhood, Robin Williams, I cried.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I don't cry usually when celebrities die. That one, I was fucked up for like a whole week because of that.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, what the fuck?
It's sad.
And then you start learning more about he had this fucking disease no one was talking about. Yeah. He was having like these weird dementia bouts.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Ugh. Life will get you, dude.
Yeah. Can't believe they're not doing another deathmatch of Vino's.
Yeah.
Hey, my opinion doesn't mean anything, Vino's, but you should let it happen again.
Yeah, I was bummed by it too. There's a lot of people. There was more people who still loved it than people who were like left. Apparently someone like almost passed out or something.
Well, okay. I'm pretty sure.
They warned you for like 10 fucking minutes.
Also, I'm pretty sure it was promoted as a death match, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I don't know. I didn't see almost any.
Well, Christian showed up and he goes, "What's a death match?"
Okay, so they were promoting
if it was promoted as a death match, I mean, what do you expect is going to happen?
The only flyer I ever saw, well, they make singular flyers.
Yeah.
What they call the superhero flyer.
Yeah, I think Lucas designs.
He does all those.
Yeah.
So I didn't see any of the single ones for some reason. I guess my algorithm, it just kicks shit out now. It's like the shit's just working against you at this point. But,
right.
Especially if it's from a page or it's the same, you're posting the same content all the time. But so I guess probably they were if he came there and knew about it, because I didn't know about it till I got there.
Yeah. I mean, maybe through
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know who he would have known.
I can understand if it wasn't even no one even said it was going to be a death match, and then a bunch of people show up.
No, because I knew about it. I got there early and I knew they were like, yeah, it's the death match. It's gonna be like this or the.
Yeah.
And they show off all the little things they the Hulk hands with the tags.
I guess Lucas made those too.
Yeah.
I thought that was so funny. I got there and he was like, "Did you see the Hulk hands?"
Yeah.
I was like,
"Damn, did you heat those up and press them in?" He was like, "That's a great idea." No, I didn't. I was like, "You hand put that shit in there?" He's like, "Yeah, I made little slits and stuck every tack in there." I was like, "What the fuck?"
I love Lucas.
He said it took him 2 hours to make those fucking things.
I believe it. He's dedicated for sure.
I would have grabbed just like a soldering gun or something that I could grab that heats up and just burned them in there.
Dude, yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Yeah.
Like, for sure, that's what I would have done.
Yeah,
I would have never thought, put a billion little slits.
Yeah, but I guess with the slits, they might stay in there better, though.
I mean, they were, around it.
Yeah.
Like the meat of the...
Yeah.
Was like,
I get what you're saying.
They were built really well. I was like... Yeah. Actually, they were built so well, I told Buddy, I was like, hey, man, don't drag your punch. You could actually fucking tiger claw that man's chest.
Yeah. That would be cool.
I got groped. Did you see that when he came out?
Oh, yeah. I did see that.
Piece of shit.
I did see that.
And I was like, "You ain't a salad, you fat piece of shit."
That was so funny.
Who could out-fat who? That shit was so much fun.
He was good.
He was great. It was his first time at Vino's. He was awesome.
Yeah, I don't want to, tell Christian's story, but I guess, he, ran across that dude at some point after the death match. Mm-hmm. And, they shared a little moment where Christian was like, "Yo, my friend just got me into wrestling recently through the Mankind Undertaker match," and dude was like, "Oh yeah," and Christian said he could tell he lit up, and Christian was just like, "I just want to say you killed it. You're an excellent performer," and the guy was like, "Oh man, I'm just nobody," and Christian was like, "No man, you killed it," and they both had a moment. I guess they're their eyes welled up a little bit, and they just shared a moment.
Yeah, dude.
Christian came back. He was like, "It was awesome, bro. This was all awesome." I was like, "Dude, wrestling's just fun in general.
It really is.
Even though it's seems just brain dead meat man punch thing,
I think from a TV perspective, it kind of has that. That's what I always kind of had.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of muscle dudes, but these are just regular ass people.
Yeah, and super sweet people a lot of the time. Dude. And super care about what they're doing, and all they want to do is make sure that the people who paid
do the craziest shit are the nicer.
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
Nice
fucking Mick Foley dresses up as Santa every year. Yes, he's cool.
Dude, he's a saint.
Yeah, I barely have got to talk to him in person more than a couple times, but he shares all my stuff. I share all his stuff if I can.
Everybody,
dude, he's really cool. I met him through Lucas, and so he's a really cool dude.
And then that guy, I can't remember his name, and I wish I did. I can't remember his character's name from last night, the death match.
I think the dude's real name might be Tyler, but I don't know
what his stage name
is. Yeah. I have no idea. I think he is.
Can you look that up?
I think he is I think him and Sleazy
go to Buddy Badcock's Instagram page.
I think him and Sleazy work together or something.
Oh really? Well, that would actually. Make a lot of sense.
In the wrestling, I think they had a gimmick they were working together or something.
Really?
At one point.
Oh, was that the thing where Sleazy was the promoter?
He was almost I think it was almost like a Wyatt family kind of cult kind of thing.
Whoa. I don't know if we're supposed to peek behind the curtain. Never mind.
Oh yeah, maybe we should.
Got to turn.
Maybe we.
Keep a kayfabe, brother.
Yeah, you got to keep a kayfabe at all times.
You have to. They do too. I love
you have to
because the winners are and whatever, and they're going through, and the guy's limping off stage.
Yeah.
All right.
Although he probably actually is not feeling great.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
None of them are feeling great, dude. You go after when it's over and they're all back there with like bruises and shit. And you're just like, man.
Especially Buddy with his fucking Phantom of the Opera blood mask.
He couldn't stop. It took them hours, and he was still. They had to go get a headdress. Dude. I was there till midnight, and I don't know what the fuck happened, but I just was like, I hit a brick wall. I was like, they're still tearing this thing down. There's still work to do, and I feel bad, but like I have to go home. Like I'm about to fall the fuck asleep right now. I got home. I immediately laid down on my couch. I passed out. I did not wake up till 9:30 this morning. That never happens. I'm still tired. I'm tired as fuck right now. I don't know what the fuck was in the air last night, but I guess all that screaming just must have took it out of me.
It's a lot of high energy.
Because I was screaming the whole time.
Yeah, I was right beside you.
I'm really watching the video right now and you're going, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I was having a great time.
I love how much Chris got into it, too.
He was loving
it. It's all of his one-liners.
He would one line, I'd look back and laugh, and he was like, my cheeks hurt so bad from smiling.
Dude, it was so good. So good.
More people need to go. It's such a unique fucking thing that we have.
Yeah.
And Vino's is the only place it's like that.
Yeah.
Except for like the backyard stuff. That stuff is kind of a similar vibe. But where all the people are just on the ring, literally screaming at as they're coming out. It's the only place like, because I've been to a couple of them outside of that. Yeah. And it's like, it's very family. You're not supposed to yell fuck you. You can't do none of that.
I think the atmosphere of the Vino's wrestling shows is like the most fun. Like I can get maybe not family fun, but like
for families.
Unless
you're a cool parent.
Yeah, my dad would let me. You know, back in the day, I could.
My
probably
dad would 100%.
Yeah. I mean, he was making me watch ECW back in the day, watching people getting thrown off fucking scaffolding through tables and like barbed wire death matches and shit.
Horror movies at 5. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I turned out awesome, dude. It's fine.
Yeah, same.
The dude's not like tagging anything. It's just like Buddy and Vino.
It's just the flyer. Okay. Yeah, well, I'm sorry to whoever your real name is.
Yeah, I think
I've been pretty good about trying to promote the wrestlers.
Yeah, I think I know his actual name, but I don't want to like.
Yeah, you're supposed to use
that's what I'm.
Name.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to like. Yeah, I don't want to like.
I don't know that I actually know Sleazy's real name. To be fair, I call him Sleaze. I'm like, what's up, Sleaze?
I have no idea what his real name is.
Is it?
It's something interesting. It's not a normal one.
Is it Eli?
It is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Elijah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to bleep that out now.
So I guess I did know it.
Well, he's like a promoter now. He's not like wrestling anymore.
No, he's wrestling. His last match is coming up. He did like a. He's done a.
That's every wrestler ever, Kurt.
It's hard to leave something you love, man.
Yeah.
It'd be like me being like, this is my last band. And we're breaking up.
Dude, when he
like when no, I do that.
Dude, that'd be me as your last guest. Horrible way to end it. For sure.
Nah. Well, I mean, the last show at the Village was Insane Clown Posse, and I couldn't.
That's a way to end.
More fitting in.
That's a way to end a venue.
You know, I didn't know till that day, and I was so fucking crushed. My heart was in my ass for that entire show.
You know, they're coming to the hall. Might be the hall's last show.
Some sort of weird horror crux on ICP.
A horrorcore crux.
The fucking venue just collapses after it's over. What the fuck? Yeah, apparently there was like this weird beam that if it got fucked up, the whole thing fell, like the Death Star.
That's crazy.
Who would build such a thing?
There's a song title in that somewhere.
Sure. Well, I mean, we already got a badass name.
Oh, yeah.
Mad Quad D.
That's all you.
Dude, I'm stealing that.
No, it's you came up with Quad D.
Fish soup. I'm Mad Quad D. And it's 4 Ds because I'm a fucking quad-sized human.
Yeah.
There you go. Because I'm a fat.
So it's really like a quad D. You know what I'm saying? So there's maybe some Mad Quad D, and then there's like 2 Ds in Mad,
but
and then there's.
So it has to equal 4 Ds though. So does quad have 2 Ds, or
that's what I was about to try. I was about to start trying to do the D math. So you got Mad.
There's multiple D maths out there. How many letters can you tattoo on your dick?
I wanted to tattoo Greg on there, but only got to Gre. So that was funnier the first time, but it wasn't on recording, so I had to get it.
That was good. You can put that in a small 5, like if you're working out some new shit.
Dude, you ever done stand-up? I know, but I was about to say I want to. Me and Dylan talk about that a lot. Dylan Bradley.
Dylan, he absolutely needs to be.
Me and him talk about it a lot. every now and then we'll get on like a Discord call and
Maybe.
he'll be like, "I'm gonna run a bit by you," and I'm like, "Okay,"
Dude,
or like I'll run a bit by him.
The first time I ever fucking met him, I was like, "You need to do stand-up comedy."
Together.
Oh, that's right. Was that weird ass thing that never?
It was weird.
Yeah.
It got put out.
Did it get put out?
Which one? The one with me and Dylan going back and forth on the phone?
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
it did get put out. That's how I saw
Yeah.
it. Well, I never know if he shows me something in secret that I'm not, like.
Yeah, I got you.
hush-hush
Yeah.
Or is it, did I see it online?
Yeah.
That video was fucking hilarious.
I was proud of that. I edited that. I cut that all.
that?
Yeah, I cut that all together.
Very good.
I was pretty proud of the phone voice when it would like switch back and forth and it would like go to the
Yes.
phone voice for a
You
second.
were Dylan, but was like, watch the whole thing before you tell me how you feel.
Yeah.
No, see, I love that shit. That kind of PR is my like.
Yeah.
Skit PR is like my whole.
I love shit
brain
like
just
that.
Lives in that world.
That would just the way that came about was like I had the idea of
We've
like
been doing that for years and years.
Yeah, Dylan always does the little promos and shit. So I offhandedly I was like, if we ever have to do a promo, I think the promo should be I call you for like promo ideas since you're the guy, and then you just like Hollywood me the whole time.
Yes.
And then the show was happening. And I was like, Dylan, we could actually do that promo. And then we just got in Discord and then just like we would just say different shit back and forth. Like I'm trying to remember, I met a guy in VR chat who could thought project hot air balloons. That was one of Dylan's lines. I met a guy in VR chat who could thought project hot air balloons. Like we would just throw shit back and forth like that until it became like a weird like who the fuck would even say that kind of thing. It's so fun. I love doing shit like that. I think I'm going for a second liquid death.
Okay, we have plenty. So if you need a third, just holler.
If you need a third, it's $5.
Yeah, we charge after.
Fuck.
People still think this is beer, though. I've had people say that, like, "Oh yeah, beer." I'm like, dude, we haven't had beer in fucking like 3 months, 4 months. It's been since May. I think you have whiskey. Yeah, we're not doing that. I mean, y'all can do that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
You have a long ass drive home. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. If you were doing it, I might do it just for the fun. But I know you're not doing it.
I can't. The medicine I'm on it, dude. It fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
There was like a stint there where I was trying, like I'll do 3. Dude, I would leave here so wonky, not drunk, like
just
a different kind of.
Yeah.
Feeling. I don't know how to describe it, but I was like wonky is the only word I got.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was telling Kurt, I was like, dude, I don't think I can fucking do this anymore. And then just one day after a night at Vino's, I had like 3 beers, and I was just like, got home, I felt fucking insane. And I was just like, okay, we're done here.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Is it almost like
that
that feeling when you like wake up from a nap and you're like just kind of like
you don't really understand what's going on? Like it was like my body inside felt like
it's almost like you're going but you're not.
Right. It was very weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. And
I totally get what you're talking about.
And it was because of a reaction.
Yeah.
It's clearly like a chemical problem.
Yeah. Some sort of imbalance going on.
When I was taking this one medicine, it wasn't doing it, and then I take this other medicine when they started like figuring shit out. And it's like, okay, well clearly this is like a reaction to the thing I'm taking, so I have to choose no alcohol.
Yeah.
So maybe someday I can get back to it because I love drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
Shit's awesome. But for right now, it's definitely a no.
Can't do weed?
No. I was off weed before that. Dude, they've made it. It's not weed anymore.
Yeah.
I grew up on marijuana.
Yeah, I get you.
You went outside. It was in the woods.
I don't know how often I've just gone outside and been like, weed.
It was regular. Like it used to grow in the interstate. People would throw the seeds out. And you could see weed plants growing up at the interstate and shit before they mowed. But
what a time to be alive.
Now it's like you just got high. It was just regular. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like what melatonin would do to you now.
Yeah. Yeah, now you take like one hit of weed.
You're like, oops, that was 100, not 10. I'm seeing Jesus.
Yeah, now I'm hearing colors and I'm astral projecting.
Dude.
You take one hit and you're like, oh, that's not too.
Yeah. You know the thing in what's that fucking Marvel movie with the guy with the eye?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange when he like leaves his body. Those
oh yeah, the astral projection shit.
That's it. Yeah. Fuck that.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Like just yeah. The weed is the lady that like fucking hits him in the chest. You know what I'm saying? Just
Lady
like
Mary Jane.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Agatha?
What?
Agatha.
I don't know what that is.
WandaVision? Agatha?
Oh, the end of that? Well, sorry, a thing I haven't seen in 3 years. Oh, yeah, does she? Oh wow. Don't care. They fuck up everything. I don't care.
If it's not out, how is there something to think about it?
Yeah. What would I think about it?
I
didn't even know that was a thing happening. I haven't seen WandaVision. I love Marvel stuff. I'm a huge comic book nerd, like growing up. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's a lot of like fan favor when I watch
the earlier episodes of WandaVision when they were going through the centuries.
Yeah.
It was such a unique way to do it, but then by the end of it, I was like, I'm just not invested anymore.
Yeah. I'll still watch the movies, but I just can't do the TV shows.
The Vision thing, it's just like, okay. And then they carried it over into whatever, and it's like, this is one of the worst ones you've ever fucking made. And then now I'm just like, I could give a shit.
The Eternals.
No, we didn't. No one did.
I just can't do any of the TV shows. I'm not a TV watcher anyways.
I'm really not either.
Did you ever watch Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Nope.
No.
It was pretty solid.
I remember that one being like one that people were into. My dad keeps up with all that shit. Was
Coulson back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't watch any of it.
CW though, so it was like super drawn out. Like,
of course.
Dude, the CW superhero shows. Oh my god.
Some of them were like absolute winners, but a lot of them were absolute shit.
Like Smallville when it first started.
I've seen. That's my wife's favorite show, so I cannot talk any kind of hate.
Well, I'm saying when that show first started going,
it was unbelievable.
It was
really
good.
Is great.
It was
Michael
good,
Rosenbaum
especially like as it was either Smallville into Supernatural or Supernatural into. I think it was probably Smallville into Super. The follow up. That was a good because it kept my whole family would watch all of one and then all of the other
DVD.
Oh yeah,
like it's that big in my house, and every year we have to start at season 1, episode 1, and just watch it all.
Yeah.
She'll binge the whole shit, and I'm like, oh my god, I've seen these. I could quote these fucking shit.
Yeah, I can't do that. People I know always have comfort shows. I've got a friend that always watches like that 70s show in The Office over and over and over, and it's like and Friends.
That's all they watch.
And it's all that's going on. I can't do that. I have comfort shows that
I do that with certain YouTube videos, but only while I eat. Just because it's background noise.
Yeah, I'll keep up with certain channels, but I don't rewatch stuff most of the time. Right. Unless it's like something that like really impacted me, and then I'll like watch it over and over and over for like 3 days, and then I'll stop.
Informational things I'll watch over and over. I'll, like,
that's true.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Like, what were they saying? Like when we were trying to do syncing on the cameras, I had this YouTube video that was like, just play this video in front of your camera, and when the clicks match, it'll be perfect. And like I was like, whoa. So I would constantly try it at my house, and I brought it here one day, and I was like, it works like a fucking charm. And then we immediately changed gear like the next week. So pointless.
Yeah. I go down.
Still got the video on my watch list though. It was a damn good video.
I go down rabbit holes where like I didn't even have like a camera to like do anything. I just had to like work with what I had for the longest time. But I would still like watch like in-depth like tutorials of like how to set up lighting scenes and like how to
that's what it is.
Block out a scene and like all this different stuff. Like
your eye for what the content is, and then the lighting. That's really it.
Yeah.
You can make great shit on nothing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's like when you're like, I need this for my studio and I need that. And then you're like, hey, man, they made the White Album with 4 microphones.
Yeah.
And everything you can go buy now is better than those 4 microphones. You just have to
Or fucking Daft Punk. Daft Punk, like all their shit was done on like just a pretty basic setup, and like I guess David Guetta like
and look what he has now, this giant fucking thing behind.
But I guess David Guetta like went to make music with Daft Punk one day, and he was like, "All right, I'm about to get the sauce. I'm about to get the sauce. I'm about to get the secrets. How Daft Punk does everything." And then he just realized that it's just them, and they're just geniuses, and they're working with like a totally normal setup.
Yep. You just have to have Gio, baby. Attack. That's a great version of just
I still jam Attack. Mainly,
absolutely.
Those
first 2 records.
Mainly just Stickly.
Yeah.
That song just goes insane.
Attack. We back at you, baby.
It's crazy how that band like Johnny
span of life. Yeah.
Johnny Frank going off and doing Bill Murray and Caleb Shomo going off and doing Beartooth and like just all the
massively successful.
Yeah, like everything that came from that.
And Attack is just in fucking playing to 60 people.
Yeah, it's so wild how that happened.
And they used to play in front of tons of people.
Yeah,
their shows used to sell out completely.
Or fucking doing Warped Tours and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that Bill Murray's on tour with your favorite band, Kurt.
He's doing his own tour right now, but he's about to be on tour with Sleep Token,
Yeah.
I was just telling him we were at Hot Topic yesterday or the day before, and the amount of Sleep Token merch they have is kind of insane. And me and Kaylee were both joking like we should just take individual pictures of everything, and just keep sending it to him. I believe you.
What cracks me up about that whole situation, the Sleep Token in general, is just how divided it is. It's either people are way into it,
fan base
or it's way against it. You know what I'm saying?
It's just one of those bands.
Yeah,
we need one. Like it was fucking Nickelback for a while, and then everyone's like, "Oh, they're cool now." There's Creed.
Yeah.
No, they're not. Right? Like, dude, no, they're not. They broke up and people quit listening to them for a reason.
Creed has...
Scott Stapp was a dick nugget.
There's some nostalgia there, though, for me.
Oh, for kids, absolutely.
Yeah,
and people are more, like, not shitty. They're less shitty. So they're like, they're actually pretty decent.
I'm not jamming Creed all the time, but if I'm, like, out somewhere...
Never jammed Creed in my life.
I was about to say, but if I'm out somewhere and I fucking hear... I'm going to be like, hell yeah, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, fucking bore me one, dude. Creed's on.
Woody woo woo, brother. Start making Reiki on noises.
The mustard man.
Yes. Not a lot of people know classic CKY stuff like
Some of my favorite shit.
Yeah, I love CKY. I grew up on that shit.
Me and Kurt was talking about it the other day. I was like, dude, that whole... Because someone's doing Him.
Yeah.
Kurt didn't know I was
Lumina.
a Him fan. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is like pretty much 90% I Dream and Cellophane.
Yeah.
It's like...
But it's going to be fun because Him is just fucking riffs.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Vocals.
As soon as I was over... We were doing I Dream and Cellophane practice one day and George went... I was like, oh, what's that? And he was like, oh, yeah, we're supposed to be doing Him. And I was like, oh, fucking no way.
I'm very excited for that one. Yeah. There's usually one for every year where I'm like, this is the fucking one. I'm just like, I cannot wait to see how they pull this off.
Being a little skater kid, obsessed with Bam Margera and CKY, of course. As soon as like I realized what Him was, and then my mom was also into Him. So like, dude, I just jammed like all the time back in the day.
I wasn't obsessed with the skating aspect. I love skating.
That's just what
I had a skateboard in like 9th grade.
Yeah,
but I was obsessed with that whole like Jackass, CKY, just all that shit. Them doing crazy stunts. Those CKY videos, they live rent free in my head,
dude, for real. And just like Brandon DiCamillo or whatever his name is, just being wild and doing all his goofy stuff. He's just a
regular ass dude. He don't pay any attention. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah. He's actually apparently...
He was one of the funnier ones.
He's apparently trying to make some kind of comeback, maybe.
Oh, good. Yeah. I loved him.
Yeah, he's great.
He was one of my favorites.
He's so good. He's genius.
And then when you learn Rake is like an actual scientist, like an
actual chemist,
he's fucking smart.
Well, that's why like randomly they would like have some random like chemicals set up and be like, oh, Rake got the, you know, it's like, oh, he's like actually.
This is one thing Bam had. Like his Rolodex was insane. Yeah, I got a guy.
Yeah.
What the fuck? That show, that Bam show.
The Viva La Bam?
Yeah, Viva La Bam. That's it. Man, that was wild.
That was a wild show. Yeah, that Viva La Bam was like the last good era of like MTV. Oh, well, no. Robin Big. Robin Big.
After, yeah, you're right. But Robin that's all Big. MTV is now. It's Fantasy Factory.
Well,
right?
I'm saying like that Robin Big era right before it became Fantasy Factory and ridiculousness.
Rob Dyrdek?
Yeah,
he's the guy.
Yeah,
he's been their guy ever since that moment.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think you're right. That is the last like original era.
Yeah.
Everything since then has been
ridiculousness on repeat.
Yeah.
Which is just
change the fucking name.
Ridiculousness is just Tosh.0. From you remember that Daniel Tosh show from Comedy? Yeah. It's literally that form. That's what.
It's just slightly different.
Yeah,
it's 3 people instead of 1.
Yeah,
weird. Well, 4, I guess. They have a guest. There's like the 2 on the couch, and then the main guy on the weird laptop stage.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. That show's it's fine. It's like America's Funniest Home Video meets Tosh.0.
Yeah, when I was younger, I was like, "Oh, this is pretty funny." But now that
Tosh.0, that's just America's Funniest Home Video with a good
with an actual good
grittier commentary.
Yeah, with a good comedian. Yeah, I don't know. At first, I was like, "Ridiculousness." Yeah, this is funny. And then, like 10 years into them only running Ridiculousness all day, I was like, "I'll never watch MTV
they still
again."
Making new episodes. Too.
I know, and because they'll put out, they'll be like, "Here's a new episode," and then here's 50 old episodes back to back to back to back to.
Episodes. What's that cartoon where all the people look fucking weird as shit with the big teeth and There's just people in a room going, make another one.
I don't know.
It's just him on stage like, like he's just a puppet. The dude's like a billionaire almost, just from all his like business dealings. He's very smart. I don't know. I'm sitting here being like, fuck that
I'm
guy.
trying to imagine what cartoon are you talking about?
It's something from YouTube, and it is creepy as shit.
Like
the little animations that the guy does are, they're like up close, but they're like, how
Meat Canyon?
Yes.
Yeah, I
there
got
you. Go.
Yeah,
Thank
I love
you.
Meat Canyon.
That is some weird shit.
Yeah, I love that shit
they're
though.
Like,
especially when he like
all the weird noises and shit.
Yeah,
they make.
dude.
God damn.
There's like a Willy Wonka one that's real weird.
Yes.
The first one I
went
ever
down a rabbit hole on that channel one time. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
The first one I saw was like the Ed, Ed and Eddie video. I don't know if you've seen that one.
I've seen that one.
That one's pretty weird.
I'll look it up.
It gets real weird. I think there's like
weird.
2 of them. There's like one, and then there's like a follow up that's like even weirder. But yeah, Meat Canyon's great. He's also got a channel called Papa Meat where he does like more like in live action stuff, and like in person stuff. It's actually pretty good.
Papa Meat. What the fuck, Kurt?
That was Papa.
Kurt just popped some meat.
Yeah.
You nasty bastard. I gotta pee, Kurt. Turn around and talk. Here, I'll do the thing. There you go.
Why do you do that? You put it in front of his face. No, I'm sorry. The worst possible spot. Cooper, get off the cables. Get off the cables, buddy.
So what's up, Kurt?
Hello.
How are you doing?
Why is Christ in your name?
Because my middle name is Christian.
All right, that's the only question I had.
Bet. And now it's because my drummer's name is Christian.
Matty and the Christs.
That's not where that goes.
Don't tell him.
I didn't see nothing. I never saw anything.
On a scale of 1 to 10, when's your next show?
October 26th in Fort Smith at Cousins?
Yes.
Yeah, with Takes the Cake and...
It's the full moon cover show.
Oh, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. It was supposed to be on the 25th. Yeah. It's supposed to be on the 25th, and then it got moved to the 26th. Fuck, I didn't even know it was on the same night. That bums me out, in all honesty.
Yeah.
To be fair, I got booked on this the night of the Art Goes Pop show.
Yeah.
So I didn't even realize that
was a while back.
Yeah.
That was a fun show.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Corey booked a show in Jonesboro the same night as the Punks or Paws show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. Because he doesn't like to support local music.
While
Corey
being...
doesn't support Punks or Paws.
I keep telling Chris we need to make a video where he just like sits down like Sarah McLachlan and is just like, if you don't show up to the show, you hate animals.
What don't I like?
Punks or Paws.
Yes, I do.
Then why'd you book a show the same day so that you wouldn't be there?
I wasn't going to be there anyway.
Why weren't you going to be there anyway?
Because I had booked a show. It's not my show. I'll be there. Wait, what day is it?
You're playing a show the same night.
Oh, in Jonesboro.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's because that was the day, free day.
Yeah, I get it. This got brought up because I'm playing a show in Fort Smith the same night as the cover show, which I didn't realize it was going to be the same night.
Where are y'all?
Oh, the
where are
full
y'all
moon
playing?
cover show.
Yeah, Kurt books like 300 cover shows now.
Cousins Music, I think
Yeah,
is what it's called
yeah,
in Fort
Cousins.
Smith. Yeah, I haven't, first show was, recently. I haven't played there, so I'm not 100% sure. But Takes the Cake got me opening.
They gotta do
Nice.
the whole Steve Aoki thing and just bring cake to their shows from now on.
Dude, that would be honestly tight as fuck.
But what if it's like a mini cake and you have to find it, like Prop Hunters thing?
Oh, where they like hide.
You hide the cake, and then if you get the cake at the end of the night,
Somebody came and like turned the thing
You
in
win.
the last show, and he was like, "You don't get to keep this, right?" And the guy was like, "I don't want it. I just want the shirt."
this prop is dumb as hell.
I hunted it. I found it. Mission complete.
It was
Take it
something
back.
I mean,
It's just shit they like find in their car, and they're like,
yeah, I'm
"Let's
sure it's
hide
something
this somewhere."
fucking. Yeah, it's a novel idea.
Yeah.
Listen, is there such a thing as bad ideas anymore for like shows? Like, just do it. If it doesn't work, on to the next thing.
I want to get like a box of like props, and then just pick one person out each show, and then they're my hype person for that show, and then just like let them do it. But I've just got to figure out what props I can bring that are not gonna
Styrofoam. It has to be like styrofoam.
I know, I get that, but I mean stuff that's also not gonna like cause. cause mess or like be chaos. You know, I don't want anything that's gonna be too problematic. That's
foam swords. You can never lose with foam swords.
That's true.
Or
A deck of cards.
no, fuck you, dude. That's as bad as confetti.
Honestly, Corey, you might have
up.
just unlocked something in my brain, but I don't know how well it would
That's
play
awesome.
out.
While I was in there fucking draining the liquid, I fucking came up with a tag to a joke I've been working on in my head.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
I'll never say it, but I got there.
We will say it on Kill Corey on December 28th.
Nope.
Dude, that would be cool if y'all did like a little like.
What are we talking about? We've been talking about it for a long time. I knew what you meant
Well
by
over
that.
a year.
Well over a year.
That would be
Trying to
cool.
speak it into existence.
I know.
But yeah, just have like foam weapons, and for one song, like the heaviest song of my set, just like circle.
Y'all heard of battle rap?
Ye-
Well, this is battle rap. You just pull out a bunch of foam axes and shit.
Dude, to have two people just fucking duke it out in the middle
you
of the
go.
pit, you know, just during one song, be like,
Absolutely.
all right, whoever wants to fucking go at it, just fucking go
Everyone
at
gets
it.
a free
Yeah.
hug. Because I don't have merch. Do you have merch?
I'm wanting to get merch. Well, I think Christian's partner Ollie has made me like little Matty
okay.
Christ
Yeah, yeah.
bracelets that I'm gonna start trying to sell sometimes, you know. But that's more of like just a one-time limited thing, kind of.
Sure.
But I want to do shirts. I mean, I screen print for a living, so
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, come on.
yeah, I'm probably
What are you doing?
I'll do.
Screen printed posters great too. I love a good screen print.
Yeah,
poster.
actually,
And that's cheap as fuck. to
yeah,
me.
that would be way easier.
And good overhead, like good. What's the profit margins are
Yeah.
high on those.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Posters always good.
Yeah, but yeah,
Just one color, black with like the white print.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it'd be easy, super easy. I could do it at home.
Come with a
super
sick ass
easy.
logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Madison actually did my my little like. Well, I'm not even gonna look it up.
The architect of our. Wall.
Actually, Matty Christ is written right there next to Death Metal Short Bus, which is my production company, because I went and because Madison invited me when she did the installation at the actual like place.
Oh
and
yeah,
I
we
went
went
and-
there. It was
yeah.
dope.
Yeah, I saw Kurt while I was there.
I was
But yeah.
there.
He was there too.
Yeah, I don't think we actually talked though.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
I tend to think no one wants to
The
fucking.
entire time we were just like, we have to buy this.
But I also was
Yeah.
like, I'm also the kind of guy where I think like when I'm out in public, like no one wants to talk to me, even though all I do is talk to
I'm
people.
very much the same way.
It's like if you come talk to me, get ready.
Yeah.
I don't shut the fuck up. But
I-
if you don't talk to me, I probably won't talk to you.
I need like a warm up grace period with people. With like, if you come up and talk to me, I'll talk to you, but I'll be weird for like 5 minutes. But then I'll be fun to talk to, and I warm up and I'm cool.
Yeah. You're like, listen, I apologize. It's gonna be strange. You're like, it already is.
Yeah, exactly.
Meeting new people is hard.
Hello, Cooper.
It's not if you just start having a conversation.
Yeah.
It's easier when you're at something they're doing. Like that's the easiest way because you just be like, so blah blah
You
blah
already
blah
have
blah.
something in common. You're at
Yeah,
an event.
you're at an event.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
Just talk about that. And the number one key to like talking to people who are new who might seem nervous or anything is just get them to talk about themselves.
Yeah, right.
What's
That's
your
true.
favorite part? Boom. End.
Yeah, I never really thought about that.
Of course, you want to tell them your favorite part.
I try not to talk about myself a lot, like in person.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm big on like listening to what other people.
Those, limitations.
Yeah. Sometimes if it's something like wrestling, I can just be like, oh well, I think this
Did
and
you
that,
see
you
it,
know.
fucking 89 when goddamn Andre the Giant accidentally bit the finger off of.
For me, it's like, dude, one time in Germany, Mick Foley's ear got ripped off by the ropes.
See,
or
yeah.
like Vader
Shit
in
like that.
Japan, his eye fucking popping out.
Oh,
Dude, it's brutal. He wears a mask most of the time. And so they're like him and another dude. I can't remember the other dude's name. But in Japan wrestling, they'll work stiff a lot of the time, which means they'll just like actually beat the shit out of each other
Right.
because
Japan,
because
there's
it
no
looks
rules.
better. And that's what the Japanese fans like.
they want the crazy.
And they're
shit.
dead silent. That's
Japanese
their
entertainment is
That's
insane.
how they show respect. Is the crowd is dead silent, so it's just quiet the whole time. But they're like
It's
beating
like
the
in
shit out of
Europe,
each
they don't
other.
Laugh at jokes, really. They
Yeah.
just like do a chuckle, and you're like,
Yeah, what is that? Yeah, what are you giving me right
But like
now?
that's what they're like.
Yeah.
This is the best thing in the world. Like what the fuck?
So they're beating the shit out of each other, and dude like rips off his mask, and you're like, whoa, he's taking off his mask. That's crazy. And his eye is just like bulged, like his, you can't see, it's closed, but you can tell his eye is like out of his socket,
Oh
and it's
my
like closed around it, and then he's
God.
just like, and then he goes right back into the match.
What the fuck, man?
It's the most fucking brutal shit.
Those dudes are brutal.
That's-
they really
yeah.
are fucking crazy. Some of the shit, I mean, even just last night, dude, some of the shit, I'm like, we gotta stop.
You get stabbed in the face by a light bulb in the first fucking, like, 5 minutes of a match is nuts.
He would move and the blood would just go.
Yeah, it was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Dude.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
They were like, how are we gonna clean this? Apparently, they just leave it out in the sun to bake.
Yeah.
Bleach it, yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Not to. I also want to give credit to the not deathmatch stuff. It was all really good.
Dude, all the matches.
I don't know who the two. I can't remember the two women wrestlers' names, but they absolutely fucking killed
it was their first match.
Yeah,
so like they did great.
They killed it, yeah. And then the Austin Ariel and the other dude.
Gold, Alexander Gold.
Yeah. That was a good match.
Adonis.
Yeah,
legit.
I really liked the
he can just standing front
the
flip.
culty Scandinavian caveman guy.
That guy.
Well, that guy was yeah. That guy was cool. He walked out and he threw up his cloak and it literally went straight up in the air and then straight down on my face. I was like,
and you still took your beer and went like this, even though I definitely saw ceiling fragments.
No, for sure. That's why I was like, this beer's almost gone. I know there's so much stuff in it now. I was like. And I just set it off to this.
Watch that whole thing.
I like looked down and I was like, fuck it.
I kept looking like shit's just floating down. I'm like, that's asbestos for sure. That's the oldest dust you could ever fucking put in your body.
Yeah, I'm like the fucking...
You're going to be immune to something.
I'm like the grimiest, punkest pop artist that you'll probably ever meet. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
like
a pretty grimy fella myself.
That's how... That's like I grew up skate rat lifestyle. Like we were fairly poor for the most part. Gross. Like we had moments where we had money for sure, but like it was a lot of being on the struggle bus.
We weren't like in poverty, but we weren't eating fucking out every night either. God damn. It's already broken.
I haven't seen it happen any more times than that for sure. There's definitely not been another time.
He just doesn't like my phone.
Yeah, I guess so. He just doesn't like having consistent video.
Well, the thing broke. It used to
okay.
That would hold it tightly in there, so it's barely hanging on.
I'm giving less criticism. I recant my judgment.
I broke it.
Okay, well maybe the judgment comes back.
Was it that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I feel it though. Like all my gear, I'm like walking around and then I just hear like, and I'm like, what the fuck was that?
Yes, dude.
And then I'm like, oh well, okay, figure out how to make this work.
I'm out $30 fucking now. Let me get some duct tape.
Yeah, no, like this. You're not out there. It's still going. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what
it's
that's
working.
Fucking? This is like some weird stand. I don't know how Kurt acquired these, but this is like lighting stands, I think.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
We put that is from a selfie stick. The cell phone holder parts from a kit that my dad got me for Christmas.
Dude, whatever works.
And I was like, a selfie stick? He's like, yeah, you make content.
The even jankier.
What? What's jankier? What are you talking about?
You got me. Damn it. Fuck. I've been bested by Kurt. Yeah.
The shirts. What's janky about shirts?
I don't get it.
Those cameras that don't work?
They do work.
Well, then what are they doing up there?
It's called a collection.
Collection.
You got your shit, I got mine.
Yeah, dude, I got some things. I got some empty booze bottles.
Oh, dude, hell yeah. Oh, dude, is that some fucking barefoot pink Moscato over there?
That was Ben Carey.
It was.
That shit.
We put that whole motherfucker down.
That leads to a wild night.
It was
dude,
good.
Me and some friends.
Very good.
Like stole some fucking wine out of his mom's fridge, like when we were like teenagers.
Was it that?
No. Yeah, it was barefoot pink Moscato, and we drank the whole bottle.
Oh, baby.
And we were fucked off because we were teenagers and like barely drank. Yeah. And my friend was like we would like just do bits to try to like rile each other up.
Yeah.
And so my friend was like hyped up and he like headbutted his phone as a joke, like because we were all like already being chaotic and like we were just. It like you know,
drunk teenagers. Is yeah.
And so he like headbutts his phone a couple times, and it's got like an OtterBox on it, and he's like ha ha ha, and looks down at it, and the whole screen's just like
shattered.
Absolutely fucking brutalized. He's like, I didn't think it was actually gonna break. What the fuck? And we lost it. I was laughing so hard, like what the fuck? Why'd you do that? Like
you dummy.
It's so good.
Oh. I got so many of those.
Yeah, I watched that same friend make cereal at my other friend's house, the Taco Shell's Peanut Butter House. He poured cereal.
Now that's a song title.
Yeah, that's true, actually, though. He poured cereal, and then he starts pouring the milk, and it's like clunk, 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 clunk.
Ugh.
And then he like wasn't paying attention, and he like took a big bite
of bad milk.
Yeah, and dude, I watched him do a bunch of wild shit.
That's one thing I'd refuse. Bad milk just is not. I can't do it.
Yeah, I can't even be around it. I got a little sensitive schnoz.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I sniff it.
Smell is a huge part of like why I don't eat certain foods. Texture is another huge
Texture's
problem.
huge for me.
If it's mushy, get it the fuck out of here. Like I love like bananas. Love the smell. I'll never eat a banana in my motherfucking life.
I can't fuck with cooked fruit because of that.
Oh yeah, I can see
like,
that.
I don't.
Who the fuck is cooking fruit? Wait,
pies. What? Like an apple pie or stuff like that, or like that cinnamon apple like mixture.
Well, fuck. Ugh.
No,
yeah,
I can't do it.
Gross, like eating fucking boogers.
It's just slimy, nasty shit. And it's like an apple is so good. Like you get a good apple, and it's just like like crisp and stuff. Yeah. Why would you want to make it soggy mess,
fuck that up?
Mucus, fucking disgustingness?
I know,
you know
I
what
get
I'm saying?
a lot of hate about this, and I'm probably about to do some more. But chicken and dumplings is the same thing.
I do like chicken and dumplings, but I've had
just leave the bread out.
I've had
Give me the chicken.
Yeah.
And I'll put the bread in it. I'll dumpling my own fucking shit. That way
That's
the bread
fair.
is fresh and stiff.
Like, I do get that. I do get that. That's very fair.
Plus, I don't really like generic white bread.
Yeah.
I prefer like sourdoughs.
Yeah, I got you.
Something like that.
See, like most chicken and dumplings, not big fan of it. My granny used to make some chicken and dumplings. That's different story. You know what I'm saying?
That's old world.
That's
shit.
Like that's
shit's designed to make it stick to your body.
Dude, that shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll go anywhere else and someone will give me something. I'll be like, this sucks.
Ass.
Yeah, I hate this.
Yeah. Like eating bugs.
You've given me basically canned chicken with like some fucking biscuits thrown in it. You know what I'm saying? Like
literally, like they cut up the Grand's biscuit and throw it in there.
It might as well just be the broth and the chicken from in the can, and then like undercooked biscuits, like half cut and just thrown in, and then like overnight oats that shit. Just leave it in the fridge for a while and be like, "This is chicken and dumplings." Like, what the fuck is this?
This is shit covered in fuck.
Fuck
Get
that.
out of my face.
Fuck that.
Dude,
fuck that shit.
There's a lot of those old foods. We just gotta stop eating them.
Yeah.
That's it. That's one of them.
Dude, I've lost an insane amount of weight in the last year, and it's just like I was like almost 300 pounds at the beginning of the year, and I'm like 220 right now.
Damn.
I know. But it's basically like
just diet, huh?
Well, not at first. At first, it was like I was going through some like emotional shit, and I used to eat all my emotions. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I just ballooned up real big. You know, and then it flipped where I just stopped eating, and I wouldn't eat for like 4 days, and it was like bad. But then I got to a point where I was like, I need to do something.
Yeah.
And so I just started intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
So like I took the not eating for 4 days, and now I've just forced myself to eat something within this certain time period.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been doing wonders for me. I feel good most of the time, like feel healthy. Like
I do that for the most part. Now, some late nights, when you're working at Vino's, like last night, I didn't get home till 12:40.
Right.
It's like, okay, well, I have to eat something. I'm starving.
Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah.
So, eat something, fall asleep. Then that's the worst part.
Yeah.
You immediately go into bed. So, like, I know it's bad, but it's just
sometimes you can't help it.
But then I won't eat again, like till usually 11. But I've been here, so I haven't eaten. So
yeah, right.
By the time I go home tonight, I'll be fucking starving.
Yeah, I got my nuts. That's my meal for the day. My legumes. My bad.
Legume. It's a fucking legume.
It's a fucking legume, man.
Swine. You do sports at all?
I did growing up.
Did you?
Yeah, I played baseball like all my life, and then skating. I've been skating since I was 4. So like.
Yeah, I still don't think of that as like.
It's in the Olympics, Corey.
I know. I just think of it as skating.
It's time to fucking wake up, man.
Yeah, man.
This shit's official.
You fucking boomer idiot, bitch, with your old brain.
No, but for skating is though, I would.
It is a sport. I just don't think of it as like I think of sport like baseball, football, like the regular basketball. Regular shit.
Yeah, for sure. I get that.
I think it's cooler than fucking what I think of as sports.
Yeah,
'cause I can actually watch skateboarding.
It's one of those extreme sports or like action sports or whatever they call them. Yeah. But yeah, I did baseball. I was super into baseball.
Really?
Yeah, and I basically had to decide like get hurt skateboarding or play baseball.
That's fair.
And because my parents were like, we're paying for you to play baseball, so if you keep fucking yourself up skating and then you can't play baseball, it's like
medical bills or outfits.
Yeah. Do you want a baseball bat or just go skate down the street somewhere? Like, and I did end up choosing to just go and skating. Like, that was what I did. I did it every day. I'd go for hours.
You still do it?
Yeah, I still skate. Oh. I have to. I got the tattoo.
I mean, that's true. Sometimes you fall out of love with things.
No, I could never fall out of love. My 3 like obsessions in life is music, skateboarding, and wrestling.
There you go.
Like, that is it.
That's good.
And skateboarding is like, I don't know, skateboarding helped me a lot in just life in general, in the sense of like aiming to accomplish something and then going through like fucked up shit, like slamming your fucking face into the ground or breaking bones and doing all sorts of shit, and then going back and being like, right. I've got to conquer. Yeah. And so when you finally do it, like, almost, I would say personally, no feeling in the world could compare to the feeling of like getting absolutely bodied on something over and over and over, and then finally doing it. Just the relief, the like, holy shit, I fucking did it. Especially after, if something really fucks you up and you come back and do it, like, oh man, it's just like such a euphoric feeling of like, I don't have to fucking do that again unless I want to, kind of thing. Like, I have done it. Yeah,
the physics of it.
Especially if you've got homies out skating with you, because 9 times out of 10 those homies know that feeling and will be just as hyped as you are when you land the thing. So you immediately have like 4 or 5 homies like rushing you, be like, oh shit, what the fuck, you fucking did it. You know, so it's like you feel like you just on top of the world for a second. You know what I'm saying? It's such a crazy feeling. But just that dedication of doing it and doing it and doing it, no matter if you're getting absolutely fucking battered, has gone a long way in like just how I live in my daily life. Like, you just gotta, like, if you want to make the thing happen, you just gotta keep doing that fucking thing and keep trying at it. And if you keep getting fucked up, like, eventually you're gonna fucking stick it, as long as you're working on your technique, bettering yourself, doing the things you need to do, you'll fucking make it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, that's like, I take stuff like that from a lot of things. I get stuff like, that's why I got Mick Foley tattooed on me. It's because, like, he's like the spitting image of dedication brings you what you want, in a way of like, no one thought he was the image wrestler. He's not a big buff shredded guy, you know what I'm saying?
He's a regular looking ass dude.
Vince McMahon did not like him, didn't want to hire him. Jim Ross is the only reason he got hired. And then he like worked into being champion just because the fans cared for him so much, because he put everything on the line and he wanted to prove that he was like dedicated to making them happy.
He's my favorite.
Yeah, he's my favorite. But that's why I have him tattooed, is because it's like, you got to be dedicated and you got to sacrifice. Like, you got to get thrown off a fucking 16-foot Hell in a Cell sometimes. You know? Yeah,
the struggle creates, you know, people who can strive, you know. And even when it's forced struggle.
Yeah.
You know, I agree 100%. That's fucking awesome. And that is cool too, because I guess with skating, it's from the top to the bottom. If you're just learning how to do a kickflip, or if you're Tony Hawk learning how to do a 900, it's the same process.
It's the same feeling,
like
too.
Fucking up over and over again until
this
one
is
day.
Like, no matter how small it's, like, when I'm saying like people get hyped on you, like, it can be someone who's like way more advanced than you and could do more than you ever could imagine, but they see you land your first kickflip and they're just as excited for you, even though they can do that 1,000 times over with no issue
every time they do it.
But they see you do it for the first time and they are just as happy as if they are doing it for the first. They're like, oh, you know, it's cool. It's the sharing of, like,
I've never thought about that aspect of it, but yeah, clearly they're all going through the same thing, no matter what your experience level is. It doesn't matter if it's a new trick. You're almost certainly going to get bodied by it.
Right,
You're almost certainly going to have like some sort of figuring it out moment.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it goes a long way in like just respecting what other people are going through too.
Sure.
Like, because
then you get into music and you're like, you suck. How dare you not be badass right out of the gate?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying though, is like,
we're vicious to each other.
Dude, it kind of gets crazy sometimes.
I try not to be. The only time I've ever really done that is if someone was like a dick about it.
I totally get that.
Then I might shit on like their abilities, but shitting on someone's abilities is no good.
Yeah, I totally
solve anything.
Totally agree.
Because the one thing they can do is get better. You can't not be a dickhead.
That's true.
That's just built in.
That's very fucking true.
And you see a lot of these motherfuckers, they get so good, then they're sought after, and I'm like, oh man, I thought you said they was shitty.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Right.
Oh, they got better, did they?
Yeah.
Well, what the fuck?
People get slept on sometimes. For sure.
Is that a slept? If they were right there in front of your face, you were just shitting on them the whole time?
That's fair.
Like someone getting overlooked, I mean, that happens. There's a lot of moving parts. Things fucking, you can't.
I guess a better way to put it is like people get brushed off.
Sure, brushed off, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to do. That is kind of a hard part because you're focused on your shit too.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I went in. There's only so much room. It's like, there's more room than you think.
Yeah. I used to, when I was like first kind of coming around a lot, I almost started to just subscribe to the idea of like, it feels like there's like a little like circle or something and it's like hard to get into, but that's also coming from a small town, no music experience,
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then as I just started to get to know people, I was like, oh, it's not a circle of people that you can't get into. It's just a scene.
That's it.
And you have to talk to people and you have to like be friendly with people, not in the sense of like so you can be their friend, but you just have to like be a cool person.
Don't expect something from them just because they were nice to you for one time.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes time.
Yeah.
To build like a relationship where they're like, oh, dude, why don't you jump on this?
Yeah, exactly.
Like interpersonal matters before ability.
Right. I totally
you can be
get
talented
that.
as fuck. I know lots of talented fucking people who never got like a thing going because they didn't know how to interact with other people. They would leave and they're not sticking around or they're not, they're not even trying to like start a conversation. They're just kind of there,
Yeah.
You gotta be, it's a big fucking moving organism.
No, for sure.
You have to be a part of the organism.
Exactly.
Or it's just gonna shit you out.
Right. Yeah. You gotta like, it's like, oh, well, no one comes to my shows. It's like, well, whose shows do you go to?
Right. That's 100%. That's
like
I wish more people would support my band.
Yeah.
Kurt, I would, but I don't even know what your band is yet.
It's called Double Bass and the Bubble Thumpers.
It's called TBA.
It's called Mad Quad D and the double bass.
Yo, he does have two basses.
You got two basses now?
He does.
I thought you had zero basses.
No, he did as of like a month ago, and now he has two basses.
Did you get one from John?
Two bass goofing. Yep.
Two bass goofing.
Two bass goofing.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, look, when I was coming in, it was the same shit. It's the same thing, and you can either be defeated by it, or you can just fucking. And here's the thing, maybe those people don't like you, right?
Right.
Like, let's go worst case scenario. Maybe you rub them the wrong way. First off, you can't be liked by everyone.
No,
We're
yeah,
all
for sure.
different, so I'm gonna rub someone the wrong way. For fucking sure, it's human nature.
No, yeah,
so
for
just,
sure.
You have to understand some things are just infallible properties of the universe. It's going to be this way,
Yeah.
regardless. So take that and bet that's the worst case scenario. This group of people don't fuck with me, even though I want to be into their thing.
Yeah.
Do your own fucking thing.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I did. I
Yeah.
just made my own concert series and invited my fucking friends to play.
Right.
And then it became a slightly successful thing. Like right out of the gate, I had a successful concert series. Stroke of luck, absolutely. Didn't think it would ever be what it was. And we did it for 5 fucking years in a row. And then after doing all that and talking with the people I knew, then all of a sudden it was like, yeah, by the second one we did, it was like no big deal to like get into a show or get booked at a venue.
Right.
There's a prove yourself moment to some of it, but mine was, I spent a lot of my early years just middle fingers, like, fuck this, we'll do it ourselves.
Yeah.
We'll just go out and build our own thing.
Yeah, I really like the...
And then you can have your own thing, and if you want to be inclusive, then you can be inclusive, and then but you learn things like you can't be for everybody.
Right.
And then somebody's going to tell you you're the fucking problem.
Right.
Even though you started out because you were trying to not,
Yeah.
you thought they were the fucking, it's
right.
like this weird.
I've gotten
to washes the other situation.
Yeah, I've gotten to such a good place where like I don't give a fuck what people think.
You should never.
In the sense of like, especially musically, I spent like, okay, so I made, like, I've got albums on Spotify that are like bad and old and like not the Matty Christ project, you know what I'm saying? And then I took like that's why the album is My Bland Return, is because like for me it is my return to music, but no one fucking knows, no one knows that.
Yeah. That's brilliant, dude. That's great.
So there's My Bland Return. But it took me like 6 years to make that album because I kept writing something and being like, no, this isn't what I want it to be. And then I would write another album and I'd be like, no, this isn't what I want it to be.
Yeah, you got to get your 10,000 hours in.
Yeah.
You know, because what's in my head, I have that problem a lot. Like, the ability my body has to get what's in my head out is actually two different things.
Yeah, I know
My
exactly
head's
what
a
you're
lot
talking about.
more talented than my fucking fingertips. You know?
That's why I started producing so much, is because, like, I can hear what sounds good better than I can play it. Like, I can hear stuff in my head, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I'll work with, like, people who are way better at playing shit than me and be like, so this is kind of what's going on in here.
Can you get this out of me?
Yeah.
That's a brilliant way to do it. It's like, okay, well, who's better for the job, me or this guy I can give $100 to?
Yeah.
Or whatever the money is.
I'm so lucky that a lot of people just homies.
Yeah, a lot of people just want to make music.
Yeah.
You know, if you're homies with everybody, it's not a monetary issue. But
dude, my whole album I lucked out with the way I've got so many features on that album. Like, Jeremy did the whole album in bass pretty much. I've got two friends that I have we have a band called I don't know. It's just PFFT, IDK. Yeah. Yeah. And so we only have one song and it ended up on my album, but it's still like credited as I don't know. And so we got that, and then I messaged Justin when I was working on it.
I was gonna say, is Justin on this? Because
I was
he's
like,
the feature king. Apparently.
He's on one of the songs, and then George Rich. I didn't even know George when I messaged him, and I was like, "Hey man, would you want to?" I Void Runner. I saw Void Runner live.
Void Runner rules.
And he was like, "No one has ever asked me to do a feature based on Void Runner, so yes." And then we ended up being friends, and then now we're making music together all the time.
Do that more. I love Void Runner so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in Void Runner. I love that so much. But yeah, just like I think that's another important thing is just like don't be scared to reach out to people in a nice way, you know, if it's just like very like respectful and like I said, I didn't even know George and I was just like, hey man, like I'm working on this, if you're interested, like that would be cool. And then now like we're cool as fuck, you know. I love George, he's like one of my close friends at this point, I'd say, you know.
And also sometimes, you know, at a show we all wear different masks, you know, like there's that thing, like sometimes I might be going through some shit that you're unaware of. Like my personal life, I'd try to keep very to myself and the friends around me so they know like why maybe I'm not, you know, in a certain way or whatever. But if you don't know that and you meet me on a bad day, that doesn't mean I'm bad. It just means you met me on a fucked up day.
Yeah, right.
You know, so like there's that too. So like you have to keep trying.
Yeah.
Because some people have bad months. Some motherfuckers have a bad year. I know I sure fucking did.
Some motherfuckers got bad lives.
37 was pretty fucked.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to think about it ever again. You know? So it's like, but would anybody know that? Only the people close to me.
Right.
I'm not like sitting here being like, well, blah, 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 and then this, and here's my thought on that. Like, oh, you know. It's not necessarily it's none of your business thing. It's just like, I don't think that's what people want to hear.
Right. I totally get that.
I don't want to like constantly be being sad. Like when my dad passed away, I was, because I couldn't hide it.
Yeah,
that's just part of life.
That's something that you just can't run from either.
Right. So you know? Like some challenges you do have to just kind of be like, this is what it is. Here we are.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't like this whole thing where I don't know. I have a lot of thoughts on it.
Yeah.
But it's definitely your way is the better way to think about it.
Yeah.
And just be fucking, and sometimes fuck you is the right answer, and just go do your own thing.
Yeah.
And build your own thing.
Yeah.
And it might take a while. Took me a long ass time.
It took me a while to figure out to just run like.
But also do what you love.
Because
watching you, even what if you, let's just say you were like one of the worst because you're just super fresh. You're not.
Yeah.
But let's just say you were, and then I see you, and you're up there having the time of your fucking life.
Right.
I would never, ever, ever get between that, because that's what really fucking matters. Who gives a fuck about your abilities?
Right.
If you're having a good time, there's these guys who can do all this shit and they're the most talented, but they're fucking dick asses and they put on a shit show.
Right.
And they stand there like a knot on a fucking log and they do nothing and they add zero value to anything. Fuck them.
Right.
I'd rather watch the guy who sucks, who's having a blast, than that asshole any fucking day of the week. Always.
Exactly. Yeah. I really believe in like, especially in like live shows now that I'm starting to do them, especially, you got to do you got to give something.
Walk around. I don't give a fuck. Literally something.
Yeah.
But standing there and being fucking cocky about it is not the thing. Is not something.
At Vino's, when I did that show, I kind of like stayed in that back pocket, which I wish I would have kind of been more like up front a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Show, dude.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Yeah.
No one's judging the first show. If you're judging someone's first show, you're a fucking dick.
Yeah, but I mean that's
that's crazy.
That's like
you
my
still
only.
Did great.
Yeah, I appreciate that a lot.
And now that I know it was your first show, you did fucking awesome. Like it's better than great.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it was a good time. Now I've got auto-tune worked into my...
Paying to fucking 2 years from now, you'll be hanging from the rafters, like putting on a show,
dude. That's
production.
That's where I want to be.
Exactly.
That's where I want to be. But I've got auto-tune running in my set now, so like, because it's all pop stuff where I like that robot sound on the voice for a lot of the stuff. Yeah, I love that shit. So like, I've actually got that running now in my set and stuff, which I didn't have at the Vino show. But I'm excited for Punks for Paws and stuff.
You're the layering. Remember we were talking about lasagnas? That's what it is. Everything's a lasagna. Just layer it up. Just do. And every little thing, even if it's just like, fucking, I wear these particular earrings in my show so my fucking ears twinkle when the lights hit them, you know, like all of it matters.
No, yeah, for sure.
That's why I used to shit on bands for dressing up until I figured out, like, no, it's legitimate.
Yeah, it's a part of the presentation.
It's a part of the presentation.
Yeah.
This is what you want to put out there. And so do it. Fuck it.
I mean, Image, I hate that it is this way a lot of time, but Image does go a lot of way.
It's a long way. Especially for us, the musician, I might be in the back, but like, look at this motherfucker with his bullshit tie on or whatever. Shit. But I would do it to your face, especially if we're friends. Like, but to the average showgoer, it's the coolest fucking thing ever. And I'm like, I was that same way before I was like understood entertainment in a way where I could actually do my own version of it. When I was just, younger, I would eat that shit up. You go to a concert and be like, the lights move. What the fuck?
That's another thing I like about the being different and having the DJ backing tracks and then like running clicks to me and Christian and him doing live drums is like at the house show I was setting up and like I was told this afterwards by the people who were telling me like who said it, but I was setting up and stuff and I was like setting up all my DJ stuff and Christian setting up the drums and they literally were like, what are they doing? Like, what are they? And then we started the set, and they were like, "What the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?" Everyone was like, "What kind of genre are you?" And I just kept going, "I don't know.
You tell me."
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start calling it hyperflop shitcore. I think that's what I'm going to go with, just because I don't have a good answer, and that just seems like the funniest to me.
You know what's fucked, though? It's like putting hose water in a bottle and feeding it to me. Everyone will go, oh, really? Oh, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah, I love that.
Some real obscure SoundCloud shit, man. Yeah. We're on a new wave.
So I'm sticking with hyperflop shitcore, most likely. That's the one I kind of stole it from Tyler Marriott a long time ago.
It's brilliant.
I was like playing. I used to DJ. We would like have get-togethers at Jeremy Gifford's house, and I would DJ, and I would play like hyperpop shit because I just like shit like that. And Tyler said something to the effect of like, "Oh, hyperpop shitcore" or something like that. So I just switched pop for flop. Yeah,
flop's a funny word.
Yeah, hyperflop shitcore.
Flop. So anyway, I flopped it out.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. So, did you already say you have shows coming up?
October 26th at Cousins Music.
Cousins, that's
right. In Fort Smith, and then
we're playing Heroes in Fort Smith.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that would be cool to.
Oops. I didn't say when. I didn't say when. I was about to.
You didn't even say who's playing.
That's right. You don't even know which band, and I'm in a bunch. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Dude, what the fuck?
Way to fuck it up, Kurt. We could have just said that it was.
Well, it's the most active.
It could have been Mad Quad D and the double bass.
Lame Johnny's playing a show. Fucking like a week. Is that next week? No. 2 weeks.
Hell yeah.
It's our first show in over a year.
Oh, fuck. Oh, yeah, I knew that, actually, yeah.
And we're playing 2 new ones.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
And I've got this really unique idea, and I don't know if it's going to work, so fingers crossed.
Yeah. I hope it works out for you.
I hope it does, too, because it's pretty cool in my mind, you know? Like, I'm really hoping it's one of the things that we can, like, add to our mystique. Like... I don't want to waste it. Do I want to waste it? Do I want to say it? It's a pretty fun idea.
You could tell me after we're done recording too, if you want.
That's true, but you're a DJ, so I feel like this is kind of right up your alley because this is like.
I'm down to hear it.
Fuck it, I'll just say it. It doesn't matter.
All
We're
right.
all just fucking hanging out. It doesn't matter. Although I do like the surprise of things.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a huge fan of like sampling.
Yeah,
Putting samples between songs.
Oh yeah, me too.
So you don't have to fill it with words or say, I always feel like I have to say something with weight or that adds value.
My whole set is song, right. Interlude that it's just like so Christian can have a break, but it's still music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I usually kind of put like EDM drops in my interludes and shit.
Like slow beat shit, or we hired Cord to come in and do his thing for ours. It's same shit. I was like, what if we did it, but instead of that, we used actual records from a record player on stage?
That would be cool. It'd be the only thing I worry about is like if it's playing through something, if it's like shaking any of the stage or like rumbling anything, if the needle is like
that shouldn't be a thing because we're not going to be playing during it.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean the actual sound from the record player. Maybe being loud.
So that is where maybe I'll keep that part a secret. So how we're gonna do it won't be in the PA.
Okay,
so
for sure.
Maybe I'll keep that part secret.
Definitely keep it secret.
It'll be coming out of the PA, but not in the fashion you think it'll be coming.
Right.
It's actually, and what we're doing is we're picking really, really, really old songs.
Right.
That people should know, but probably don't, just because of the.
You gotta throw Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons in there.
Just for the. It's 2024. These songs are some of these songs are 100 years old now.
Yeah.
So it's like, and like to bring back like have most kids even understand that there's singles vinyl?
Yeah, like the 7 inches. Is that what you're talking
just
about?
A little bitty fucking record that you can pop on and change the speed, and it like adds a layer.
Yeah,
like
that is cool. That's a cool idea for sure.
Thing that you might not have even ever seen a record player. I don't fucking know. I know vinyls are making a huge comeback.
Yeah,
but a lot of people still don't even own one. You know how many people are like, "This is my first vinyl." For ours.
That was my friend Jeremy Nichols. It was his first vinyl.
Yeah,
which he's got good music too.
It's a lot. What's his thing?
It's under the name Jeremy Nichols. I think he put out a song on one of the crashcast compilations a while back. But his stuff is like acoustic, like indie pop, lo-fi stuff. But it's really good, like almost folky, but like has touches of folk.
I like folk a lot.
Yeah, it's got touches of like lo-fi and like electronic stuff, but it's mostly folky.
Like an indie folk electronica.
Kinda, yeah.
Wild.
It's really
approach.
Good though. Yeah.
I have to. I like both those. I've been really wanting to write some sad indie songs.
Yeah, I've been kind of on that kick recently too.
But I don't have like the means to get the drums done, so I'm kind of just like, I really want to do this.
I just program all my drums.
See, I can't. I think I've decided I cannot do that.
Yeah,
I've tried a million times. I'm fucking bad at it. I don't know.
Just get you a little electric kit.
That's what I want.
And
so
just
I can
record
feed it right into it and use my own, because I have my drum set.
Yeah. Like sampled?
I have it sampled.
Oh, that's cool as fuck.
When we did the record, we went through and did all the parts.
That's cool as fuck.
So I could make it my own shit.
Yeah, dude, just get like an electric drum kit.
But there's so fucking much, because I'm not buying them cheap ass junk fucking kits. I can't do it.
But
I gotta have something at least decent.
I get what you're saying.
Because them little bitty fucking bullshit rubber.
But just to get an idea out. I mean, like a lot of times when I'm doing like drums and shit, like I've just got like a MIDI pad or like just a keyboard.
Keyboard is what I've seen a lot of people do.
And I'll like sometimes I'll just like I know what I want the rhythm to be, and I'll just hit the rhythm, and then I'll like change it to different drums in that rhythm. You know what I'm saying?
You'll just be like, oh, this needs to be a hi-hat.
Drag that to I, like if I know like a certain fill rhythm that I want, like that's like not necessarily exact. You know, I'll like
figured out a workflow that's faster. I'm literally got a mouse, and I'm going like, wait, how many is 4? And I'm like, I have to look at the line. Okay, so should the kick be here?
I did that forever.
And I'll click where the kick I think would be, and then it's like off, and I'm like, no, it's 2 down. Okay, there's the kick. Okay. And I don't know how to like go repeat. I have to go find it again.
Yeah.
I'm too stupid. It's an ignorance thing, and I don't know if I want to learn it. It's too fucking much.
I get it.
I'd rather just, even if it was on a keyboard, the little controller I have, I can't get it to work.
Oh yeah.
It works on piano roll. I can't get it to do the drums. Tell me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong.
What DAW are you using?
Logic. And it's built into Logic. Like, you just plug it in. It automatically...
Yeah, it should still...
I don't know. I don't know if I have it routed wrong, or if, like...
It might just be, like...
Or if I'm using the wrong
Like, what are you running your drum samples through?
Contact.
Okay, you might just need to like find the octave, like go down octave on your keyboard until
See, I thought that too.
Yeah, and it didn't.
It didn't. The only thing I managed to find was a hi-hat.
That's weird. Yeah,
maybe the controller shit. It's really
it might be that there might be like a way to like map that out in Contact where you can kind of like tell it.
I had to do it. When you initially set it up, you have to say this goes to this or whatever.
Yeah,
that shit took me days. That mapping shit is ridiculous.
Yeah,
like, why can't I just? Oh, you know what it is.
Yeah, I want instant.
Yeah,
I don't want to have to like route shit for my shit to work.
Routing shit. Dude, I opened up part of that program I've never even seen. I didn't even know it was a thing.
Dude, I love sound design, and to this day, I will still just like open a preset and like barely change 3 things and be like, "This sounds sick." And I'm actually into like sound designing and doing shit from scratch, and I'm still just like, I need this now. I don't want to fucking do that.
I don't know. It's not I love learning new shit. Just that stuff just doesn't. I just don't love learning that. I guess.
Yeah, it's the more tedious it gets, the more I'm just like.
Some tedious things I love. But that stuff I just don't, because like I could play it right fucking now. I know exactly how to do it right now.
Yeah.
Because indie drums are not like the most complicated. The fills are a little complicated, but the straightforward shit's all super simple.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if you had like even just a shitty electronic drum set, just enough to like get the ideas out, and then you can just quantize it and fix it afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
I can sort of play to a click now. Sort of.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Well, I mean, you don't
Our
have
whole record's done to a click.
You don't even have to do it. You know what I'm saying? You play it shitty, you click like 2 buttons, and it's like
there's a
clunk.
quantize button.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just fixes it for you.
It's kind of getting ridiculous how fucking good that has gotten.
Yeah. There's a lot of quality of life stuff like that is just like.
The humanize button, I clicked it and I was like, this is fine. And I went through and I was changing shit and I was like, and then I did another one and I just clicked it again and it redid that set. And I was like, and it sounded fucking almost perfect. I was like, oh, so if I just keep clicking, it'll come up on a version where I'm like, I only have to fix a few things.
Yeah. Technology, man. Shit's crazy.
How do magnets work?
Yeah. Fucking ICP, the hall.
They knew it before we did, dude.
Fucking magnets. How they
what time
work.
Is it, Kurt? Are we good still?
2:46.
Hey, we're right there. See? That's perfect.
Yeah, that feels good.
Yeah, all right. Well, plug all your stuff. Again. I know that's kind of what we were just doing, but
yeah. So Matty Christ, I'm playing a show at Cousins Music. I'm pretty sure it's called. I guess I could look it up. Okay, for sure.
Cousins.
I'm playing that with Takes the Cake and some other bands that I can't remember off the top of my head because I'm shitty. And then I've got Punks for Paws in November, which I'm really excited about because I've been wanting to play a show with EMS really bad.
Sorry,
Christian
I'm a
and
bad person, and I won't be there.
It's okay. I'm not gonna be at the cover show, the full moon cover show apparently. So
yeah, it happens too.
You know. But and then I Dream and Cellophane, we're working on music, and we just recently dropped Head Rush.
That one I can't wait to see live.
Yeah, we're really excited about it.
Yeah.
But we're working really hard on that, and we're hoping to be at it ASAP, and we're hoping to drop music again. Like I said, we just dropped one song, but we're hoping to drop more fairly soon, as soon as we can at least.
Music video.
We're thinking about it.
You should.
I mean, we have ideas, like, for sure.
I've been trying to push bands to put out more music videos.
Well, I have
right now.
I've been telling you, I'm super into all that shit. Like, I've filmed and edited. Like, I've done a bunch of shit like that. So, like,
definitely just throw something together.
Yeah,
even if it's simple.
Yeah, I've got all the stuff to do it, and me and Jeremy pitch ideas. It's more about I needed to have like a good concept, and it's not that I'm like bad at concepts. It's just like I can't have
unreachable.
Yeah, that's my big fucking issue of mine. And then like trying to rein stuff in, and then being like, I don't know if that can be reined in, and then just trying to find the concept where we could do this way, and then I'm able to visualize it and make it all happen. But it's until it's like that first little step of like figuring out the concept that is possible to do, that's the hardest part.
We do it a lot of times, and we'll just be changing it right in the middle of it, like, oh, this is harder than we thought, like, and then something will just happen, and we'll go, okay, let's just go that way. Like, kind of like writing. There's been a few videos we've done that are like that, where it's just like we're just going a different direction completely.
Yeah.
because we didn't understand how big of an idea the original idea was.
Yeah, I'm so bad about that. I'm getting a lot better about like reining it in.
Yeah.
And I'm also getting better about like coming up with something and being like, I don't think I can do that, and then being like, no, I can, and then like figuring it out. So like I've got it going both ways. That's kind of working against me because I keep figuring it out just enough to where I keep having big ideas, you know what I'm saying? And then I keep having way too big ideas, and so it's like a weird balance that I'm playing, you know what I'm
saying? All right. We're Twitter, CrashcastPod1, everything else, CrashcastPod. Check out our Patreon. We have the cover shows coming up, and if you're a subscriber through September, you're entered to win. It's kind of way over here. It's a Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah, the N64. I forgot about that.
2 games.
And doesn't it have Tony Hawk?
We have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and Mario 64. It comes with both of them. And a controller. It doesn't come with 2 controllers. Sorry, calm down. I know. You can win it for only $5.
They can get one on.
All you have to do is subscribe for September. That's it.
They can get another controller on eBay.
Sure. They have them all day long, and they're actually pretty affordable.
No, yeah, for sure.
It comes with all the cables to hook it up and everything, and that can be yours. We're gonna do it old school, names in a hat, dig around, pick up a name. That's who's gonna win. It just seems the most fair.
That's the way to go.
I don't trust those computer ones.
Yeah, I don't know either. Really,
I don't think it's as random as we think.
Yeah,
but yeah. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Bye.
Oh no, it's gonna be your song.
Oh yeah, oh God.
From your childhood. Oh. And it plays now.
13 and I ain't hit the mic before. I like rapping, but don't expect hardcore. I don't have a clue on how to write rhymes, but I'm trying. By the way, boo, and I guarantee that I'm dying, but I'll be attempting to blow your minds like a gunshot. But I'm so slow, before I'm done, you'll die of a blood clot.